Ludwig!
Put it in me!
Ludwig!
I want it all.
Tell me!
So
Hey, this is kind of like the Super Bowl. It's kind of like the
I'm
Super Bowl.
losing the Super Bowl!
Dude, the tree is like Taylor Swift. Hold on, the camera's got to go on Taylor.
No!
You want to put your phone away? Hey, TikTok.
Shannon
kiddo?
Sharpe's talking about Kai Cenat.
No way. Shannon Sharpe called Kai 3 feet tall.
And then he said you put him in a chair and he's 1'5".
Oh my God. I watched that guy on the Broncos as a little kid.
Yeah, and now he's talking about Kai Cenat being short.
This is just a crazy.
And it's not even the biggest collab because I took a picture with Liam.
It's not a collab for one, and two.
that's a collab.
Neither is the picture.
The photo's black and white, so it's kind of a collab.
Yeah, it's a collab.
It's like a.
Most collabs are like that.
We started doing a skate video after.
It's like art.
It is art.
Can Iam?
Yeah, Iam. He prefers Iam. He can drop the L.
Can Iam heel flip?
Takes no L's.
Iam tray flips only.
You only know 3 tricks, and I just taught you heel
Kick flip, heel flip, tray flip, varial flip,
Yeah.
front varial flip, backside varial.
Hollywood High. What did I do?
Nolly.
Oh, what the fuck that is.
What a fucking fun time! You got your big ass,
Annual.
pink ass Crocs. You look like Barnaby.
I don't look like Barbie.
Yeah,
You
they
can't
look
just
like Barbie Crocs.
Every pink guy doesn't look like Barbie.
I'm looking
not.
at you. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I know.
Why do you have Barbie
Nick
Crocs
says
on?
you look like Barnaby.
Well, it's because they gave them away at the after party at the Streamer Awards, and so I'm wear they pay. You know, Crocs paid me to wear Crocs at the Streamer Awards.
How much? We'll beep it. No
Oh,
way.
no
You're lying.
way.
You're lying.
You have to
You're
be
just lying. That's your lying face.
I'm not lying.
This is like your homie comes home in like freshman year of high school and is like, I touched her boob.
This is.
And
You're
we're
like,
like,
no, you didn't.
dude.
Some of us are like, no, you didn't.
Yeah, some of us are like offended.
I did.
I think
I
this is-
haven't touched it.
This is. It's more like I held her hand because this is like it's impressive but also a believable number.
What, sorry, you never had a friend who you believe
This
touched
is
a
so
boob in high
classic
school?
Aiden,
No,
even in
like,
the high
in-
school
in like-
analogy.
dude, in like-
if
in
we were
like
in the high
sixth
school
grade,
analogy, he's like, yeah,
He's like,
we're in
I
high school.
held
You're
her
gonna
hand. I don't
you're gonna
know.
go with girls.
Were people touching boobs in 6th
When
grade?
did you get your first kiss?
9th grade.
Loser.
9th grade?
Loser.
Dude, you're a loser.
How old were you?
Cool.
14?
That's cool. You had a
Were you
briefcase and you were
14-year-old?
working at a
Did you have-
job.
Yeah, was that your second job? Were you fucking retired?
Were you
14?
You were a lawyer by that point. I think.
Hey. Aiden, me too.
No, it's different back then.
It's different, Colorado.
Inflation.
It's like dog year
You
time.
have to add up the years.
Oh, you're giving me this?
Yeah.
Fuck you,
Yeah.
pussy. Let's go. That's
It's the same
embarrassing.
age.
You might as well have been in college.
Ooh,
You might as well. It's just the same.
you're right.
Is it, no, wait, did you get your kiss when you wore the suit to school? This is fun. I'm glad I'm off the hook here.
No, that was 2 years later.
I was 12,
Really?
maybe 13, lighting that shit up.
What was her name?
Lighten that shit
I
up.
was lighting that shit up.
Oh, I thought you said lighten it up like, hey, chill. Bring the age up.
No,
Chill with that.
her name was Ariana,
Oh, yeah?
and she laid
Oh,
on
she went to a
thick.
different school.
No, we kissed behind our school after a field trip to Washington, D.C. She was like, I want to show you something back here. And it was dark out. And I was
And it
like,
was our
and that's
lips.
the first thing I said is, it's dark back here. And she's like, it's okay. It's just a little bit longer. And then she kissed me and we walked back and everybody saw. And I was like, fucking like, be shit. I dabbed that too.
What's
It was the first
Ariana?
dab. That was the first dab.
And it didn't catch on for years later.
No, it didn't.
And then he went, White Iverson. And everyone's like, what are you talking about? That's kind of catchy,
Your
though.
kids are gonna love it. What's Ariana doing now?
I don't know.
Grande.
I haven't looked her up.
Is it her?
Oh,
Was she a young
she went on
A
to
young
date
singer?
Big Sean.
She goes,
It was actually why we broke up.
Big Sean got in the middle of
He was
things.
just Sean back then.
Right.
TMZ interview of Ariana Grande, Pete Davidson's penis, second only to this guy in high school I went behind the bleachers with
I went by
once.
the bleachers and it looked like Sleeve of Wizard.
She didn't see my penis. It doesn't look like the sleeve of a wizard. It's tighter than that.
Well,
Well, my
it's Sleeve of Wizard after it gets out of the dryer.
If he's wearing
Sure.
a puffer jacket.
It's more. It's like a turtleneck
yeah.
or
Those like Carl Jacobs
yeah,
at the
it
Streamer
is like a
Awards.
What's a more
turtleneck.
flattering way
You
you
can
can
like
describe our
fold it
penises?
over if you want to, but then it kind of unfurls.
Doing
slowly.
tricks.
It does unfurl. Yeah, and then you can squish it
Can
up,
you guys
and then
take
it's like a present.
dream with me. Now, you have foreskin.
Do you want me to just show you my penis?
No,
right
I
now?
don't
Would
want
that
to see
help
your
you?
penis.
Do you want to see his penis?
I want you to know if you guys have done this because I would do
I
this.
can do
Please
it.
don't show me your penis. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. It's morning. Who cares?
Zipper gives a thumbs up. That's crazy.
Come on, Jit.
wanna
Show
see
me
it.
that dick.
I don't want to
I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. My eyes are closed.
Oh God! Wait, pull it back. Pull it back. I want to see it. I wanna
This
see
is
it.
so graphic. This is
Ew!
so graphic.
Ew!
Oh my God.
Dude, it looks like the Dots candy from the movie theater.
Yeah. See, you're not doing a service when you do it soft.
Wipe your hands.
Get hard and show them again.
I've never. That is the first time I've
can't-
ever seen the head of an uncircumcised penis not in porn.
Can you get hard and show them again?
Listen? Dream with me.
Zipper, pull some up.
Pull Sonic sucking on Mario.
You take your fingers in this, and for the audio listeners, I'm putting all of the tips of my 5 fingers into a point, like I'm doing a paisano.
Do you know-
Shut up.
Okay.
You take this, and then you put it into the hole of your foreskin.
Docking. You just meant the docking.
Shut up.
Okay.
You put it into your foreskin, and then you open it up, kind of like a medical device.
Oh, like at the dentist.
Yes, yes, and it looks like a webbed skin tent.
Doesn't really work.
It doesn't work.
No, it doesn't
You've
work.
tried it.
Oh,
I have not tried
the
this.
web skin tent has been labbed.
Well, so what you do is you go for a self-suck, then you go, and then it blows up, and then when you release, you can quickly fit the 5 fingers in before it
And then it makes
makes the noise your nose
and
makes.
that's how you keep vegetables fresh longer in the fridge.
Yeah, or use the green bag.
Yeah.
You don't have to do all that, but
Welcome back to the Art episode 1. This is our first one.
My
One.
imagine show never would have happened.
This is it. This is
never
what we
took
talk
off.
about generally.
This was the first episode.
Yeah, I don't
Don't
think we make
This
it.
is already
Don't
better than the
expect
first
me to
episode.
show my penis a lot because it won't happen again for a while.
And he doesn't do drugs or spend money, and he's good at melee. And the last one was genuine.
Oh.
That was genuine.
No, it's not.
You know it is because you did a great job, 129th, and I just want to give you a round of applause because I think that's impressive.
We gotta talk.
What? We have to talk?
Oh, we do have to talk.
We gotta talk
because
about what?
we have to do some reversing of damage that you've done
Oh yeah.
in the community.
Wait, I've done damage?
You've done damage.
You've done damage.
And I have to add the caveat that if you get tilted, this bit's less funny.
Okay.
So
Remember that shit. And we
What
can't have you
damage?
cry and do soap cutting again.
What
We've
damage?
spent
on.
that before.
Come on.
We've spent it.
Come
Come
on.
on.
What do you mean? Come on.
Come on.
You kidding me? If I knew you would have been like that, I wouldn't have said shit.
What do you mean?
I would have just talked to you about it
Oh,
off the,
the
damn
crying
pod.
thing? I saw you review this.
Yeah.
I saw you review
Yeah,
this.
bitch.
I thought it was interesting that you were so, because you can see it happen in the episode when we did that, is the first time you ask, I intentionally give you like a don't get into it answer.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I do. You
I
can
reviewed
go
it.
watch
He
it.
VOD reviewed.
Yes.
I've all reviewed.
Maybe
Dude,
your VOD review's
it's
worse.
It's not.
Well,
Unfortunately,
and then you press multiple times to get into it, and then I choose to be vulnerable, and then also offer to cut the segment. And then it was one of the most, I would argue, probably one of the most beloved segments of the last year.
I loved it.
no, I think he's right.
He is
I think
right.
you're
People
wrong.
love
I'm
it.
right
Yes.
about everything. They loved it. I'm right about all of
he's
it.
actually like you now.
Yeah.
This the roles
I'm
are
right.
reversed.
What
This is
about
crazy.
What do I have to
besides you being uncomfortable with the
No,
moment?
no. God.
Show your
You have
cock.
to show, and now you have to show me your
and,
penis.
and I have to pretend I have
Yeah,
foreskin.
push it back.
You have to bring your tight skin back up. It's gonna be a lot
It's
harder.
possible.
You
by
know
the
what
way.
I was though? I was really afraid when that happened. I was like, "Fuck, they're gonna roast Aiden, and it's not gonna be fair." And I
They
was
don't.
like,
The,
"Fuck
the
that."
vulnerability is
I
respected
think
in
that
this
you're
world.
afraid when things aren't funny.
Of course.
Yeah.
I think that
I
that
actually
is
came to this
your
conclusion.
demon.
Yeah, I came to this conclusion when I did the VOD review the other day when I was like, maybe some things don't have to be funny.
I think it's because of what I said in your chat.
and that's okay.
I said some shows are not comedy shows, Slime.
yeah,
And,
and
you went, whoa.
and I chewed on that for a while.
He's like thinking about him. He's like Breaking Bad.
so, Aiden,
Yeah.
But there is something to discuss.
Yes.
And you can be whoever you
court.
want.
Ludwig is the court.
Ludwig's
I
the
am
court.
the court because I don't know anything about this game. What is the game?
This is
Yeah.
called Super Smash Brothers Melee.
Okay.
I'm
Webjam
Is it the
prepared
old one?
for the
But
court,
what I want to tell you before we
Sure.
get into this is I love you and I'm proud of you. And you
I've-
had a great run.
and
You-
I've done damage.
and you
You've
practicing a
done
lot.
damage.
And you're a beast mode. And the
Thank
fact
you.
that you could cry on camera and be like, yeah, let's keep that in and put soap cutting because that was your suggestion. which was really funny. I was like, he's more beast than I'll be. And I want you to know that.
I appreciate that.
Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
So let's talk.
Kill yourself now.
Short-lived. That was a short-lived, nice moment.
What have I? Tell me.
Immediately. Okay, so
Tell me what I've done.
so Genesis, fantastic event.
Fun time.
And after every night, there's Guild House, which is like an after party bar kind of situation. And,
I love Guild
and
House.
many a people are coming up.
Flooded.
Many a people are coming up and being like, "Man, you guys hear what happened to Aiden in Pokemon Stadium? That was a tough set. I heard it was bad. I heard he lost." Everyone's coming around going,
Like how they used to deliver news in the 30s.
yes, they're like, I feel so.
No, the Nazis. They're from Germany.
Yeah,
they took
something's
over.
going on over there.
I don't know. I saw it on paper.
Seems sad.
Yeah.
And everyone, I'm learning that everyone is only receiving one side of the story.
What was only one side?
They're not getting Gooms' side of the story.
They're not getting.
not even
They're not
necessarily.
getting the
They're
more
not getting France's
objective,
side.
sober view of the story.
Just literally the physics of what
of the
happened.
order of operations of what went on in this set.
PM.
So let's tell the story first from Aiden's perspective.
Okay.
So Aiden is playing against Gooms. Gooms considered to be a better player. This would be a good win for Aiden if he can pull this one
Gooms
together.
is a good player.
Goom's a young driller. I once watched him.
No, Gooms is. I'm saying that.
Yeah, he's a good player.
No
we all
joke.
think even I know of the name Gooms. It's seeped into my world.
Gooms, but what in 2016?
Goom Wave?
Yeah, oh my gosh! Wait, Samus?
Well,
No,
no.
it's Goomy.
No, it's confusing.
This is
I confuse
confusing.
them. I confuse them.
This is confusing.
I'm out then. I'm out.
Gooms as a young melee player in like 2016, I used to watch him meditate outside of the Mayhem venue in the grass and then proceed to go 0-2 instantly.
I only know Gooms because you beat him.
Yep.
Oh yeah, there's a chat. There's a we lost to Gooms chat.
No, you beat Gooms at either SSS or it was at the esports arena.
This
I beat
is a 55-year-old moment. That's what
remember.
Peter does.
I beat
remember.
Gooms.
All right, go
All
ahead.
right.
So
Gooms great.
Aiden is playing Gooms, and in Melee it's a best of 5, so you have to win 3 games in a row, not in a row, but just in the set to
Yeah.
win the match.
So many games.
And on game, Aiden is up 2-0,
Does a good job. He only needs
Yeah.
one more.
and in game 3, he has a percentage lead. His opponent has 90, he has 0. His
It's
opponent
looking
is
good.
off stage, and then the tree comes up. The Pokemon Stadium tree comes up.
And
And-
because there's
Because
transformations.
Nintendo has been involved in this event, we don't have our frozen stadium like we like it.
Yes.
We have the transforming
like the
stadium.
old days. Like we
the-
did it for
Like when
15
you go
years.
watch the documentary, the way it was when the world was black and
'Cause
white.
And that
trying to go to-
resourceful son of a bitch, Ken. He got on the windmill.
Ken figured out that the sword goes through the tree or something.
So Aiden gets stuck in the tree in the transformation. Gooms, who plays Fox, comes back to stage, and then infinites Aiden against the tree, which can only happen when transformations are on.
Which happened in top 8 as well.
That's
which
true.
happened in
It
top
also
8 as
happened in
well,
top eight.
Moki
which
did
was
2 times.
more the fault of J-Mook that time.
Yes.
He said, I'll go in there.
It
I'll
happened
take
2 times. J-Mook got...
J-Mook did full on jump back into the pit.
It was a bit
J-Mook
forced.
famously addicted to trolling. So Aiden gets infinite, dies, and this is when I walk up to the set. And I'm like, Aiden just lost the game, but he's got the next one. And Aiden looks visibly destroyed by what happened.
That's
but the set's
shocking.
not over.
He's usually level-headed in those
But
moments.
it was, it's tilting. It's
It's a
he
pretty
had this-
cringe
he
thing to
had the set.
happen.
It was
Yeah,
right
yeah,
there.
yeah.
That would have been
It
3-0.
sucked.
It felt bad.
So moving
It's
on.
reasonable to be like,
Yeah.
fuck that.
So we go into the next game. Aiden is up 3 stocks to 1
It's a big lead.
in this set. Big lead. And Gooms makes a Nick Healing factor happen. He
A
comes
Nick Healing
all the
factor.
way back.
I choke.
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
Aiden
he played.
chokes the 1 stock to 3. And Gooms, high percent, just gets a banger last stock in
Whoa.
and kills
Yeah.
Aiden. Ends the game. Now we're in game 5. It's kind of spooky because Aiden was just up in the set 2-0 and now it's
Right.
even. And it's like, who has the momentum? You know what's going to happen. And Aiden loses the set
Whoa.
in game 5.
Reverse
and,
3-0.
and Aiden gets up and he's like, fuck, that was bullshit. This I'm saying his outward dialogue, not his inner dialogue. That was bullshit.
Yeah, the
And-
tree.
Also to clarify, bullshit as in I'm only talking about the stadium thing.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Games 4.
100%.
He's like,
It
what,
is-
happened?
it's clear
what
to me
happened was
from listening to the
bullshit.
story.
100%.
And then he goes over, he gives the table a little bit one of these.
It was very mild. It wasn't like a freak out.
It was mild.
It was
mild.
really normal.
But he was very tilted.
Real shit.
I didn't think it was particularly
It wasn't
crazy.
It
It
wasn't.
wasn't particularly crazy.
And then, the day went on. We did the thing you do when your friend loses. You walk away.
You don't make eye contact.
And then you wait to see if they're raw or they're not raw. And Aiden was raw, but he wanted to hang out still, so we found him again.
He was raw as his red
And as the
dick.
day went on, people would probably ask him the question, "How did your Genesis go?" And he'd tell them the story I told all of you out there.
So this is Aiden's story.
This is Aiden's story. This is what happened from his perspective, and this is what most people at Genesis learned about what happened in that moment.
I feel like you're telling me too much about his story. Can I hear about her story?
Thank you, Ludwig, for giving me a platform to speak out.
I want to know her story now.
There is basically the same story. Basically everything is true in this story.
So close.
Actually, all of it is true.
It's all true.
Oh.
There's just other things that are
There's just one small detail.
traditionally
In
true.
Game 4?
There's
Traditionally true.
what would you call detail in Game 4?
I actually came and sat down during Game 4 as well. I didn't see what happened on Game 3, but I sat down literally in between Gooms and Aiden in the back. So I was right there. I was within earshot, if you will.
Sure.
Or if you won't. And what happened when Nick Yingling, when Gooms,
We just wish he was there.
when Gooms was down, to his last stock, to his last bone.
Down, not
Aiden
out.
got 3 of them.
Aiden got 3 of them. He's
It's 3
looking
times
pretty.
as
He's
many,
about to close us out like he should have on Pokemon, but before the bullshit happened. But
Didn't close it out.
Aiden grabs Gooms. He gets him in a grab. And Gooms visibly frustrated. He's like, oh, God. And Aiden, to Gooms,
Out loud
to Gooms, says, what does he say?
I said, come on, Gooms. Stay in it, Gooms.
Stay in it, Gooms.
Stay in it, Gooms. You got this, I
Out
believe.
loud to his opponent.
Right.
Who then reversed 3
Who
stocks.
then did say in it.
And stays in it and
He stayed
wins
in
the
it,
And he
set.
did say it. And he won this.
And then wins the whole set entirely.
Yeah.
You almost have to give Aiden the credit.
And
If
every,
anything, I believed in him. I believed in him in that moment more than he did.
and every
No one knew this besides me.
no one
and
got
Gooms.
told this detail of the story. So every person who came up to me and told me about what happened to Aiden, they're like, "Oh, I heard what happened to
They're
Aiden."
talking about it like a tragedy.
Yeah, and I say, "Well, do you know the secret? Do you know my secret rule? do you know Nick's secret detail?" And they're like, "No, tell me." And I tell them the secret detail, and everyone goes, "Oh, he deserved to lose.
Yup.
He deserved to lose."
Yup.
No, I didn't. Why would I deserve to lose?
Aiden, what went through your mind when you said that?
Oh, I was so angry that I even had to be in the 4th game. That was like why. Because I could tell he was frustrated and I was winning. And I was so mad that I have to be playing this 4th game right now because of a dumb rule change that on a stage that we don't even play on when we practice. And that's the only reason we're here in this moment together. And
What-
I don't know, it just kind of came out. And then as soon as I said it, obviously I'm thinking about what it means if I lose the game.
Do you regret it?
No. I think Gooms played well and he won the set. And I very publicly said that he earned I feel like he earned the games.
I ran into Gooms later because I needed to know what he thought. I was dying to know.
Imagine getting grabbed and you're about to lose the game and someone's like, stay in it, you got this.
Me and Gooms are standing outside in the rain. It's pouring. We're walking, like, we happen to meet each other. I went to a boba shop.
Also,
hold on. I go to a boba shop. It's dumping rain. Dawson not sharing his umbrella. That's how he rolls.
Typical.
So I'm just fucking letting it come down on me.
He brought his umbrella. You should have brought one.
That's what he would say.
So you're kind of, yeah. So I'm walking back. I see Gooms. I go, Gooms, come here. I gotta talk to you. And I'm like, so you're set with Aiden? He goes, oh yeah. He's smiling. He's like, oh yeah. And I'm like,
I know exactly how he's smiling.
Yeah.
It's the smile that the cat has in Cinderella that like glows through the darkness.
So I go, I can't believe he said that to you. And he goes, in his little Gooms way, he's like, yeah. So, I kind of like wasn't really in it in that set. I wasn't really there. And then he said that. I just thought, oh, okay, I want to win the set. And then I won the set.
Yeah.
and I'm like, do you think that you only won because he said that to you? And he's like, absolutely.
Wow.
He's like, I would have lost 100% if he had not said that to me.
He gets to say that, but you never know.
You never know. But this is the information as it exists
and we can
for
only
the
use the
public
info we're given.
to take and interpret.
And then he went on to win another set after the fact.
Really?
So Gooms
he won his next
Gooms
one.
can thank me
So
for
he
his
got
65th run.
Who was it?
Siked as a Marth player, good Marth player.
Dang, 60
And then
fizz is
lost to
impressive.
Akir.
Dude,
Oh, Akir.
Akir beat Soonsay this
Yeah,
tournament.
Donkey Kong shouldn't be beating Fox, but he is. All right.
Aiden,
My
please.
one addendum to this
Yes.
is that even in that moment of frustration, because before the set, me and Gooms were like, Gooms is a good friend of mine, and I was like fucking with him before the set about some stuff, and in that moment, even then, even as frustrated as I was, I would not say that to somebody that I did not have a relationship with, that I feel confident that would be fine.
I can buy that.
So if
I
it
can
was
buy
like
that.
some stranger, like if it was like my opponent from like the set before, for example, who I've never met them before, I wouldn't say that.
It would be the funniest opening clip to a taunt to get bodied compilation.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
absolutely. It is because, like I said, as soon as I said it, and as soon as this is what happened. As soon as I said it, because he clips me at like high percent, so now I have 2 stocks, right? But then my second to last one, 0 to death, clean, and we go to that last stock. And my hands are shaking, and I'm like, because I was as soon as I only regretted it in the sense of, oh man, it's gonna suck if I lose this.
Yeah.
So, dude, it'd be so beast if Gooms was like, come on, stay in it, dude.
Dude, oh my God.
He's doing tactical looking at you.
Oh my God.
That
I
would
think-
be beast. I
I
wouldn't be able to
think-
say anything.
I think your punishment is the reality that you have to live with.
The punishment is just losing the set.
That's
what
what
he
I
just
mean.
said.
Yeah.
Yes. That's what I said, but less eloquently because I'm an English major.
Yeah.
You said I would argue more eloquently because you said reality.
So I'm just eloquent.
Look,
Elephant.
it's fine. He won, and
like that?
I was sad,
Like, got
but
me, dude.
in a normal way. And I was just happy that I played well.
You
I'm
did.
happy too. I'm happy that you're happy. I'm happy that you got far and lost and aren't a fucking wreck. I think that's fucking sick.
Well, I'm curious. What
Proud
happened,
of
what
you.
happened in your pool?
Oh.
Did you know about this?
No.
Dude, Anthony,
You saw this, right?
is so dumb.
You saw this.
He is so dumb.
I'm glad Aiden saw it.
I heard this story. Aiden told me this story. And I literally did this. He told me, I went, dude.
Wait, why
like-
that? It's slime dub season.
It's like, dude.
No, it's not.
It's
like,
not slime dub season because he's a fucking moron.
Wait,
it's like
season's
dude,
over?
it was like your friend just got out of the fucking pen for showing his dick at the mall, and it's like, dude, day one, he
I
went
showed up
back
to
to
pack.
Hot Topic and he showed his dick at the mall. It's like he told me that, and I was like,
Dude, what did you
I was
do?
like, is the PAX on this time? Can you guys put money in my account so I get cigarettes?
Dude, he's
in
addicted to
losers
this
bracket. Anthony's in losers bracket in pools because Anthony in his first set of the tournament, Anthony plays one of the worst sets of Melee I think I've ever watched him play, and he loses to his round 1 opponent. So he's already in losers.
I'm pissed.
He's
I'm
pissed.
upset.
He's so mad because he played so bad, which is understandable.
Right.
It was not a very good
And
demonstration.
you only
of
get
Anthony's
2
ability.
shots in this life.
And then Anthony like wins 1 set at losers, and now he's playing some Fox that I don't know who it is.
No one does.
Fox. No one ever will. No one will ever know. No, the Fox, and then the Fox, like it's kind of happening again. Like Anthony's not playing very good game 1.
Dude, he almost forced me game 1.
Yeah, and then it's game 2, and Anthony's turning it on. He's
literally locked
if I
in.
may, he's fucking game. I'm watching this Falcon cruise around the screen, and then Anthony almost 4 stocks at this guy,
someone
and
in
I'm
the
like,
background's like, Falcon, get up! They're beating your ass.
I'm happy because I seconds earlier, before watching him close out this game, have just watched Nick Yingling lose to Ice Climbers, and it's sad.
It's just a Keyblade
Boys
graveyard.
are sad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nick Yingling, in an extreme, really quick caveat, an extreme homie moment, DQs himself from Genesis because he knows he's going to the Streamer Awards, so he does not take away round 2 pools from the person in losers.
Wow.
That's that'd be fucked
and
up.
he gets to play less Melee.
Yeah,
wow.
that's a good move.
Homie move
Honorable.
from Nick Yingling. He gets
Because you
probably-
just getting knocked out of tournament and then the guy who beats you just leaves is like, that sucks. So yeah, and then it's game 3 and it's pretty tight and it's pretty close and I get a pretty big lead because I'm locked the fuck in.
Yeah, you are.
Because I literally thought after that guy beat me the first game, I was like, fuck this. in my head, I was like, dude, fuck this. I'm tired of this shit. And I just moved like 200% faster.
Yeah.
And then that's all
He
it
sees
takes.
was
his opponent's
amazing.
thoughts and he's placing them where he wants them.
It's amazing. And a small whoa.
Wait,
don't get ahead of it.
Don't jump to
get
the end
ahead
of
of
the story
yourself.
because you might write the wrong ending.
In this second game,
Might sound
at
like-
a funny moment, he's feeling himself.
No, the
he
third game.
No.
Oh, second
You
game?
go.
Oh
You
my
get. This is I think this is a
forgot.
critical detail. This is a critical detail. He goes for a falcon punch in the second
Wow.
game. It doesn't hit.
He lost the
Rules.
first game, right?
He lost the first game.
He goes for a
He's going
falcon
for a
punch in
falcon
game
punch
two.
in the second game. But he's up by so much. Falcon punch doesn't connect. That's
It's such
fine.
a slow
He
move.
closes the game. It's now 1-1.
Doesn't
And
matter. I
Anthony
missed
and,
the
and the
punch.
Jets
Doesn't
are on. The
I'm
Jets,
fucking
thank
nice with
God,
it,
and
dude.
he's fucking. He's
He's
playing.
nice
He
with it.
is. He was playing fucking nice with it. We enter game 3, and Anthony is still playing nice with it.
I'm still nice
By
He never
God,
lost
he's
it.
playing. By God, he's playing.
He's on
amazing.
Pokemon. Imagine that shit.
He's so
Twin?
I'm so impressed. It's such a
an honor to watch
adjustment
this.
from the first set, and then he has two stocks, and his opponent has 1 stock.
That's double.
And Anthony drops a combo, gets clipped, and now it's 1 stock apiece.
But that guy had a lot of percent, dumb.
But this guy has a lot of
Oh,
percent.
great. So
Oh,
just close
that's
it out.
fine.
Back
That's
air.
good. Surely we just close
Back
it
air,
out.
up air.
Anthony hits him with a stray aerial. He flies off the stage. Anthony had 0% on stage. This guy off, and all Anthony needs to do is grab the ledge or use any aerial to hit him again.
Yeah.
And
Or even, grab the ledge.
and he'll win the
A
set.
passive situation. You don't even have to use a move. You can just not
And
use a
just
move.
set yourself
Anthony-
into this
Your money
position
makes
that
money.
wins and
Anthony,
you don't do anything.
before this guy has committed to a recovery, stands at the ledge and decides to let
Anthony-
another falcon punch go. He revs up another falcon punch. This guy sees that he's falcon punching, up B's above him, and then shines him twice at 0 and wins the game. And Anthony loses. And this is, if Anthony had done anything else, he would have won. And he gets up after trying to stunt in the last stock situation and is like so pissed he lost. He's like so mad that he's out. And I'm like, dude, you can't.
Do we have the Slippy VODs? Because
It
you guys.
it was like he beat Tetris. He found the only thing that crashes the game.
It was amazing. He did the one thing. He could have even run away and just let him come back, and he still
And,
would have won.
hit him, yeah, like, it's such a high
He chose
chance.
the only move that locks him into an animation in place and allowed the opponent to come back to
feels
stage
like
and
you
win.
both went to a taunt to get bodied event.
I don't remember who said this crucial detail after this too, but someone told me like, and if he did hit the Falcon Punch, it wouldn't even have been a hype one.
Yeah, I said that.
Oh, you said
I
that,
said, because
yeah.
someone was like, well, at least was it cool? And I was like, no, I was just standing there. I didn't jump. I didn't do anything fucking cool at all.
Yeah.
Dude, I fist bump him and he's just like, dude. And I'm like, and I just don't even look and I fist bump him and I just stand up and I just looked up. All I did was just look up.
And finally, the rain stops falling, and our crops are going back to being
And
starved.
it's just like, nub season is not a curse. Slime nub season is not a curse on the land, you piece of shit.
No, your dub season was the rain that fed the crops.
Yeah, and now it's gone.
Now it's gone.
And now
they're
the
gonna
crops are
starve because your
dying.
dub season is officially
wanna
over.
see it.
The dub season's over.
And I just stood there and I'm like, fuck, dude. And then the guy who lost immediately in the next round to do another Falcon. And then I don't even know this guy, but afterward, he came and found me. He was like, dude, you're crazy.
You're a weird fucker, dude.
I'm like,
You're a weird
That's how
And
I
I'm like-
felt. I was
I'm
like,
yeah, I
You are a
know.
weird
It's
fucker.
fucked up. And then it is funny. I was like, it was a fun game though, man. He's like, yeah, it was fun. It was fun playing with you. I'm like, yeah. And then twice more throughout the weekend, I saw him again. I was like watching Noir, I think, play, and then I turned to my left, and he's just there, and I'm like, and he's like, hey, what's up? Like a fucking ghost haunting me, and so
Oh, Melee's so fucking beautiful.
it
man.
could always be worse.
so we both learned our lesson.
We did.
We
I
both learned our lesson.
Never again.
Yeah.
I just won't do that
And
again.
I'll never yell something. I'll only yell nice things at Gooms during sets.
You get taught a lot of lessons when you play Melee. You know that chirping at a Melee set's what got me into Crocs. Remember that?
What?
Remember the guy?
The gibbets?
Yeah.
I ran into him.
No
Really?
way.
He came up to me and he says, he's, by the way, his tag is Burr, or I don't know what it is now, but it was Baby when we met him. It was
Yeah.
Burr. He comes up to me. He's looking great.
He's looking great.
He's looking great.
He's looking great. Because
He's cleaned up.
before, little Wookie.
Woof.
He looked great.
So
well,
hairy
he looks
before.
even better now. And he comes up and he goes, everyone keeps telling me I look like you. And I laugh and I'm like, I see it. Like, it's not that close, but it's like the glasses, the hair, whatever. And he goes, do you know who I am? And I was like, I'm staring at him and I'm like, he's like, I let you sleep in my mom's bed. I'm like, Burr? Because me and Ludwig once slept in his mother's bed.
After we fought at a melee setup, and then he gave me a pair of Crocs.
No, different.
No, it's the same guy.
His mom's bed. Yeah. I thought you were saying that.
Was his mom in the bed?
That was
too?
when we went to Texas for Mario Party.
Yeah, but
Was
we
his mom in
met
the bed?
originally fighting at a melee set.
They met in Big House.
Yeah.
And then some guy got mad at
And
me.
then I slept in his mom's bed. His mom was not there.
But you would like to have
It
been.
would
But
be
she
weird if it
would've
was the
liked-
three.
She
of
would
you.
have. She would have.
She would have loved to be.
She would have loved to meet us because we're so charming.
I mean, yeah. I mean, and it's also in a place of comfort.
She would have loved to be tucked in between two Mario Party savants.
It's a king size bed.
I didn't say that.
King size bed.
And it would have been platonic.
So
I
if
wanna
we need to
be-
fit 3 people into that bed,
and I appreciate the Crocs he gave me because it turned me on.
I want to be in a
me?
polygamous
Crocs.
relationship with that guy's mom.
he mentioned this.
A polycube?
He mentioned no.
A Q. A Q.
Cool.
A polycube.
Polycube.
There's 4 of us.
That's what they play with when they're not having sex with each other.
to entertain them.
He mentioned that he's salty at you about the Crocs.
Why?
I didn't listen to this part. I forgot, but
you
it
bit
has
his
something to do with like he gave you a hookup
Yeah.
and then like you didn't like do something back.
Do you owe Mandem?
Yeah.
I mean, he let me sleep in his mom's bed with his mom and give me Crocs.
I think you owe him a lot.
I owe him a lot.
You got some phone calls from me.
That guy,
even
I'm
it out.
indebted to.
Hey, shout out to home.
That was Genesis. That was what happened. That was the lessons we learned along the way.
There was it was a really good tournament.
Archie, can you end the melee chapter in the timeline and then start a second melee chapter for the people who think they're getting out?
Yeah.
I was thinking this doesn't really have anything to do with the game itself, but I thought this was really funny. They're sets that play out before like top 8 and when everybody's like actually in the stands. They happen. People have to crowd around setups. So as the crowd gets bigger and bigger, it becomes harder and harder to join the crowd and watch because there's people in front of you that are just like too tall, so you can't see the TV screen anymore. And it's fun because you know when a really hype set is happening because there's so many people crowded around just one CRT trying to get a little peek, and you find your little like hole through like
It's like a
through
CS
the crowd.
angle.
Being tall is busted in this
Yeah, being
scenario.
tall is really important, and then eventually there's too many tall people in front of you for you to see the set anymore. And one really hype set is Hungry Box versus SFAT, and SFAT is back. He'd been gone for like a year, right? And the crowd's getting really big, and so many people can no longer see the set, but like are still in the crowd. And then what'll happen is somebody will pop up their phone and then hold it. So it's like a little preview of the screen, so they can hold it up high, and then everybody behind them can watch the phone feed.
Yeah, it's like a
of the
television.
set.
Yeah.
But the crowd, this is the first time I've ever seen this. The crowd got so big that people couldn't see the phone getting held up anymore. So somebody pops a second phone on the phone. So
Yeah.
there's a chain of screens and cameras that is connected like watching this one set in the crowd because it's so long because it's game 5 last stock. There's got to be almost like fucking 90 people crowded around this one setup, and there's this giant group of people watching a phone feed of the TV.
It kind of sounds like how you watch a movie on a bus.
Yeah.
Or like
And
on a
actually,
plane, like behind them. Dude, I love the idea of like a bunch of phones up, like, you know, kind of people trying to see, but one of them just playing like raw bareback shit.
Sorry, don't look over here. It's my phone.
I was just been
It's
here
my phone.
whole day.
I was here
just
before they
hanging
played.
tune into Jacksonville's stream if you don't want to see that, man. But I thought that was really funny because I've never seen a crowd get so big that somebody needs to pop the second phone.
Do you get FOMO ever?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Me and Soonsay became friends this Genesis. He's my new best friend. Fuck you guys.
Were you not friends before?
No, I never met him.
He traded.
Oh, really?
Like,
He's a
not
great
like I met him
guy.
like in passing a couple times at certain events, but never like really hung out with him.
He needed a new Miles in his life. He
Yeah.
got rid of
Well,
Australian his
Not a new
Canadian Miles.
I
now.
miss Miles so much.
No, he has discarded the
Discarded old
old Miles.
Miles.
I famously said I won't call Soonsay Miles
I don't like it either.
because like I only call Miles Miles.
Josh Man calls him that.
His name is Miles.
Isn't that
'Cause
crazy?
His name is Miles.
So it's not weird to call him Miles. Then.
Well, it is.
It is.
He's younger,
It's
so
weird.
It's
technically
weird for
really
Josh
No,
to
because
do
Josh
it.
would be like, I'm hanging out with Miles, and it's like
When he get
Miles
in.
is here, and it's like no Soonsay, and it's like come on,
I don't think that's that weird.
It is Soonsay's name.
fly on the play.
It's his name. We have a lot of Nicks.
Yeah, and we make different names for all of them on purpose.
Yingo.
You can go.
If only Miles had a different notable name that a lot of people
like
knew him
Daniel or
by
something.
that we could use.
Nah, can't.
Yeah.
Move on.
Okay, so every night of this event, we would eat a street hot dog together, and it became a bonding ritual where we'd like he hit me, I'd be like dog or like street meat or whatever.
Is that
and I'd
where
be
you're
like,
being
"Oh,
so
man."
weird about it?
He kept talking about street meat
He wouldn't
all
shut the
weekend.
fuck
Yeah,
up
it was
about it,
weird.
bro.
I
Was it me?
agree.
Yeah.
Well, I had a
We're
fucking
like at a food place.
buddy.
You're like, I gotta eat a street hot dog, and no one says
Well, I
anything
made-
about it. And he's like,
I made
a
plans.
hot dog on the streets. And then this is exactly what he said. And then no one says anything. He's like, I made plans. And
I made
everyone's like,
plans.
Everyone's like, bro, it's okay.
It's like, we
Like,
don't
it's all right.
care.
Well,
Just
hold
eat
on.
the fucking dog.
Hold on.
And then we'd be like, ugh, it's a dirty dog. Like, bro.
Guess I'll just go on get a dog, I guess.
If we're doing this, so Ludwig at this fucking restaurant, Ludwig finds like a random hotel restaurant. Walk in, there's no one in there, and the guy behind the counter who is the bartender, probably also the owner and also the chef. He's the only person here.
He's not the owner, but he is doing every
He's
single
doing
job by
every
himself.
task. He comes over, and I've missed the first half of this dialogue tree if you want to fill it in. But the general idea is that this guy is saying, there's no one here, and I don't really know how to make anything on the menu.
I walk in and I sit there for a while, and then he comes over and he's just like this fuck. He looks like he's like, how's it going? I'm
He's a
like,
guy.
"Good."
He's a dude.
He's
He's just a
dude one.
dude. He looks like he just wandered
Dude
in
is
and he
bro.
put on an apron. And then I was like, so it's only apps, right? He's like, well, kind of like, I can make this. The lamb chops are like kind of tricky. And I was like, so no lamb chops? And he's like, no, it's actually fine.
Yeah, he would do that a lot.
Dude, that's so funny.
He told Ludwig he can't do tuna tartare, and then I asked him separately, like not really knowing what he got answered, and he goes, "I have to call someone," and I'm like, "Don't do it." I'm like, I don't want raw anything from you
He's to
right
call
now.
the tartar guy.
And so Tartar also famously, you don't cook.
So this guy has gone through a lot of hurdles to basically explain to Ludwig that not only is he somewhat incapable, but also he does not have a lot of support or anything. When the guy comes over, it's like, what can I get you guys? Ludwig says, and I quote, "All right, I'm gonna get crazy on you." And then he orders like 20 things.
I'm
this
hungry,
guy,
bro.
He orders.
Why didn't you just
He
go
orders
somewhere
like
else?
he's
Because
getting
San
like
Jose
multiple,
is a shit city.
He's getting
and everything
multiple
closes.
orders of the same thing. He's like, yeah. So the 4 sliders. Can I get like 3 orders of the 4 sliders?
If I had another option, I would have gone. But it was raining.
If
This is
you
the
were
first
this
place-
guy, would you like you?
Yeah, I'm charming. Anyway, it's raining. San Jose's a shit city. I wanted to go to Slice of a Mosh Pizza because Slice of a Mosh Pizza in San Jose is fucking fire, but they close at 9 or 8 even.
The whole city closes down at fucking 4
It's
p.m.
crazy.
Actually, the only bad thing about Genesis is that everything in that area
Everything's
closes
just
early.
closed.
Yeah.
And they don't give a like even the bar at the convention center we were watching the tournament. 2,000 people are there. It closed.
McDonald's open, bitch.
That's true, but I didn't want to walk and I didn't want to wait.
So it's what Ludwig wants is what Ludwig gets.
I literally walked until the first place that was open and it said open and it had an LED sign that went bring, 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 like the OPEN.
And he came in and he said, "Bro, it's kind of like it's not open."
Well,
and you
let's
were
keep it
like,
going.
"I don't
So,
care."
so I,
Let's keep
you know,
going.
so
Give me
I,
the sliders
I
now.
I keep talking about glizzies, hoping someone will ask me about my new friend because I'm just trying to talk
Nobody
about
did.
it. No one asked me, so I keep bringing it up. I'm like, yeah. So glizzy's slang for hot dog, actually.
I would literally be like, Nick, you want anything? He'd be like, I made a pact. I gotta eat a street dog.
I'd be like, so we got this thing. We go like dogs, and then I was like trying to teach
and
everyone.
someone started looking at their phone like, "What?"
Yeah, and then Liam told me to come with. So this is actually all perfect that you brought this up. So I have a date with Soonsay to go eat a hot dog with him. He'd been talking about it for hours. We're in the middle of top 8.
Oh, just him talking about it for hours?
You found a little guy to
I
hang
found a
out
little
with.
guy,
crush.
and my
It's a
goal
little
is to
crush.
steal everything that Josh loves from
What
him.
do you
because
like the
Josh
most
beat me in
about him?
tournament.
Yeah,
what-
Josh was a cunt to you.
What turns you on the most about him?
His clitoris. How good I am at
Do you think
knowing
he
what
has
to
a-
do with it.
Do you think he has a sensual voice? That's a genuine
Soonsay?
question. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's a little Rizzler.
You know the nipple game?
No.
Find the nipple through a shirt, one shot.
Yeah, you go,
Yeah.
it's like the put the key through the hole.
You think you win
arcade.
prostate game with him?
Man.
What through the shirt?
I think I got that shit.
Yeah, still through the shirt.
That's
I got
hard.
that shit pre-saved in my Uber Eats app.
You've previously ordered.
So I eat all of Ludwig's delicious food, which thank you for paying for it. And I'm a little full, but I'm like I'm gonna go eat the fucking hot
By
dog.
the way,
No
quick-
matter what, I will not tell him I'm full, and I will eat the hot dog. And these hot dogs. What do you want to add something?
Quick wrap up. I paid for the meal. I tipped $69. He gave me a free bottle of wine.
69 is it? Are you fucking kidding me?
That was probably the price of the meal.
How much was the bill?
It's 200.
Oh,
It's 200. You tipped him 69.
Yes.
You made his life fucking miserable. You gave him a fucking meme
He
number.
gave me. Did
Wow,
you hear the
420.
part where he gave me a bottle of wine?
He doesn't want you
What do you think he gave me a bottle of wine after? Not because he hated me.
because the shit was hot and the cops
I
were
think
coming.
I think he piss wined you. Did you try it yet?
It was corked, and I gave it to the cashier at the
Ooh,
restaurant
she got some piss
or
wine.
at the
Just
hotel.
pee in that
You
wine bottle.
handed off the piss wine?
Because I couldn't bring it on the fucking plane.
That's
So
right.
But you
I
stole
see.
it,
I see.
bitch.
So he gave you a gift and you gave it away.
he
Okay.
gave me a gift, and then I went to the guy at the front desk and I said, "Hey, do you drink?" And he
Hey,
said, "No."
I
And he
bought
said,
this for
"No." And then I said, "Can you give it to someone?" And he said, "Sure." And I said, "Don't tell the guy who gave it to me."
your job is to skull it
Yeah.
immediately.
Dude, I
or
drank
or
so
to make
much
Aiden
already.
drink it because he would have.
Yeah, that should have been smart.
So you're
So
late
I-
and
so
your
I'm-
tummy's full.
I'm like this. I'm going through the rain. I'm trying to get the soonsay so I can get my and the hot dogs. The stands are on every corner because when there's events in town, like they just set up stands everywhere, and they're all the same. Like they just go to like the hot dog factory, where they wrap them in bacon, and everyone has the same product, so you
yeah,
can
they
go
all have
anywhere.
the same ID lanyard
Yep. Yeah, they're all the same.
from Hot Dog Co.
And I finally find soonsay at Guild House, and the hot dogs are $10 each.
What
And-
the fuck?
I know they're fucked up.
That's what this country was
And
built on.
all weekend I've paid for Soonsay's hot dogs because he has fucking CAD and it's like not usable money.
Canadian dollars.
And he sends me a picture while I'm with you, and he's like, "Dude, look what I got," and it's a crisp 20, and I'm like,
American 20?
American
That's
20.
got
He
two
got his-
dogs written all over it.
he has Canadian guilt, right? Because he hasn't hung out with Americans long enough.
Yeah,
so like
yeah.
he's feeling terrible that I've paid for everything all weekend. And so he goes, "Look what I fucking
You could have
got
bought
my hands
13
on."
Costco hot dogs.
So many other things in life. With
13.
the value, we probably spent over $100 on hot dogs in like 2 days.
Jesus.
Because there was a night where he's like, "I'm not above going for another." So
What?
yeah, it was crazy.
He's gross.
He's a
This is
nasty
disgusting.
Oh,
little.
now you're interested in my dogs.
He's a little dirtball.
I wouldn't find the prostate on him.
So he sends me the picture.
He'd be covered
He
in
sends
grease.
me a photo of a $20 bill, and I'm like, "Oh, hot dogs on Soonsay. I love that." And so I walk in the rain. I finally find him, and I'm like, "I'm here." He turns around. His eyes go wide, and I'm like, "What?" He pulls out a $10 bill,
No!
he had a dog without
and he
you.
goes, "I'll pay for your dog."
Oh.
And I'm like, "Guys, I can see what happened here. He bought his own dog. He got hungry.
He got hungry.
He got hungry, and I'm like, dude, and I have a choice to make here because I can tell him that I already ate and I'm okay and I don't need the dog, or I can be like, dude, that's fucked up.
Or you could just be like, yeah, let's just get a dog and split it in half.
Yeah.
I did say that. I
You should-
literally did say that.
you could
I said,
lady-
you want to split one?
You
And she
should
was
Lady
like,
and Tramp the dog.
it's like, no, I'm so full.
Ah.
No, I'm so full. And I chose the route of.
He's gonna grow another damn
made him feel
finger.
bad.
eating
I
all
bet
that
you made him
street
feel bad.
meat.
I chose the route of honesty. I told him, you know what? It's okay. Ludwig fed me. He goes, oh, thank God.
Yeah.
him finding street meat is like Squidward finding Krabby Patties for the first
Called
time.
street meat?
Street meat.
That's a good name.
Yeah.
You
I said that.
earlier.
No, that's clever.
But
That's clever. This guy's funny. I like him on the pod.
I finally ordered the big shipment of Factor to be able to feed Josh Man.
I did the same thing, but to feed myself.
Oh, I thought you were saying to feed your
Well,
girlfriend.
what if we both feed
It'd be
Josh
weird to
then?
buy a factor to feed your girlfriend. I just
What if
want to
we
cut in
both use
here.
our factor
Why
meals?
is it weird to feed factor your girlfriend like a horse?
Because
You have to keep, dude.
I don't need to expand. Thank
You
you.
have to keep your girlfriend fed.
Well, what is good is Factor does keep you fed. And so maybe you should, all viewers, go home and feed your girlfriend like a horse with Factor's delicious, ready to eat
Hold it
meals.
in your. Take the factor. Let me see the flavor zipper. Take the factor. Take the 35 plus meal choices and the 55 plus add-on options and the juices, smoothies. Put it into your hand like oats and feed it to your girlfriend.
And you want to
I've
make sure
actually-
it's protein
Careful
plus.
of the fingers. Careful
I've
of the fingers.
actually
They
been
think they're
dumping
carrots sometimes.
the juices and the smoothies into a bucket and then putting it around her head so that she just sits
This
there.
is the most misogynistic we've ever
How?
done.
What are you talking about?
Look, when I
I'm sorry for giving my girlfriend lovely nutrients.
when
is
I
misogynistic.
dated
Take me.
my last
Take me.
when I dated a guy last circa 5 years ago,
Yeah.
I also fed him this way.
You can
Yeah.
feed.
So don't make it about men be like and women be shopping. Don't be that guy because you're being that guy.
Yeah.
Be the guy or girl or individual in your life that feeds your partner with factor
partner.
meals right out of your hand, like the farm hands used to do in the old
Like they
times.
used to
Look, and you don't have to cook anything. You put them in the microwave. You put it right from microwave to trough. It is a very seamless process.
So that's you. So you
I
can
don't call
you.
it trough it.
You also
if you're
can
in
do
a
this at home.
polycule, you can just kind of pour it out into the trough, and then all your partners can eat it at the same
Well,
time.
in a good polycule, everyone has their own bowl.
Dude, it's as good as if we were to say Factor meals are good, even if you're in a human centipede, you still get nutrition in the third
No, a
one.
polycule. Listen, get Factor for your polycule. Use code TheYard50, factormeals.com/TheYard50. Maybe you got 50 people in your polycule. You get 50% off. That's code TheYard50, factormeals.com.
Can I just say real quick? I've been eating the Factor Black Label. I've got a little bougie.
Oh, there's Black
They
Label?
got Primo?
They got Primo.
They
and
got,
it's,
they got Captain's Reserve?
bro, it was yum.
Yummertown?
Bumblebee, yum.
Yumble.
Yummertown, USA population, me.
Wow.
America's #1 ready-to-eat meal trough.
Thanks, guys. Back to the episode. You know what's funny is that it's when you meet a new friend that you click with really well, it's kind of gets too early to do things like that to them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if it was like down the line, it's like, oh, I'll run this
I'll
shit.
torture him until he's
Oh,
dead.
excuse me, you got a dog without me? I thought I fucking meant something
If
to
this is Josh,
you.
I'll get him to Venmo me.
Yeah.
Somehow.
If it's Josh, you make it hurt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jesus.
You have to. Dude, I did something similar. I really wanted a Diet Pepsi in the venue, but the line was gigantic, so I went to the first person waiting in line, and I gave him $40. And I'm like, can you get a Diet Pepsi, and the rest is yours?
Slime was doing this all
Dude,
weekend.
that is overkill.
Slime-
You switch.
He was happy. He bought a bunch of food. He's like, I'm going to give this to my friends. And I'm like, fuck yeah.
Didn't you pay someone to get in line?
Yeah, so
What?
No. I had VIP badge. It wasn't even that. I have VIP badge, and you can just get through because I'm commentating, which I think is a valid, reason to have the badge. Unlike, for instance, Burger Yan,
Ooh. Well, everyone at Mogul Moves had one.
which is
wrong
crazy.
What's wrong with Burger Yang again?
I don't think he should have one, or Nick Yingling factor.
integral to the
fuck does he
event.
have
Why
one
don't you
for?
say us?
Why is he VIP? Excuse me?
Why don't you say we shouldn't have it? Because we have it for the same reason.
Oh, you shouldn't.
Well, then talk about us, Candy Boy. Talk about Yan. He's not here. Tell me.
I don't think you guys deserve anything, and I've been saying that. So I go up, and there's just giant, because the security's fucked this year. Well, it wasn't fucked. There was just not a lot of staff, and they were doing a thorough job.
I would argue it was the first major that had security that did their job. It was, or that I've been to at least.
Which is great. But the result of that are lines that take over an hour to get in the venue sometimes.
Yeah.
And I have VIP badge, and that's a huge that's a big deal because you don't have to wait for hours. And so I walk through, and I just go
Hour and a half wait.
Yeah,
The
real
line
shit.
is lethal.
Not a joke.
And I go and I show the security person. I'm like, hey, can I hop in here? They're like, yeah, sure. And the person I'm in front of, I look at them in the eyeball, and I said, I'm sorry. And he's like, it's okay, man. That's how it goes. I'm like, do you want $50?
I forgot.
And then he's like, yeah. And I gave him $50 cash.
Because you had a VIP badge and he did it,
because
and
of
you felt
guilt
guilty?
of cutting this guy. Because what they do is they drag you to the front and they put you in front of someone who waited
but-
an hour and a half.
yeah.
They basically like put him in the cuck chair.
You have to, it's actually a good system because in order to cut the line, you had to like very visibly do it in front of everybody who's
Is
waited
it different
all
than
that
like
time.
when you
It
do
was-
it at TSA and you have pre-check?
No.
It's It felt different.
It's way different because everyone's in the same line, but you just have a special little glowing
It's
icon.
like clear. It's like clear.
And they just
Like
pull you
someone
to the
literally
front.
chaperones you and says, "Nope, go in front of you. Nope, stay there."
No,
go.
not with the peasants, not with the peons
right.
building the pyramid.
It's a very
Come, Pharaoh.
It's a very visual like experience. It's everybody that's standing in line is watching you go past them.
And that guilt haunts me every single day, and it was finally able to pay it back.
And also at the airport, everyone's a villain, but at a Smash event, everyone's a friend.
That's
And then
true.
you become the only villain, and everyone's like, "What the fuck is this?" A similar situation. I walked up and I was like, "I have a VIP badge. I can kind of get through here." and the guy's like, "Oh, there's another door for VIPs if you want to use that." And I was like, "Oh, can you show me where it is?" So he escorts like me and a couple others to this door, and I'm not kidding. The door is like 40, 50 yards away, dude. It's like and the line is still going. It goes all the way to like here's the convention center.
It's like they're trying to buy a damn
It's
PS3.
it goes all the way to the hotel next to the convention center. And we're walking past the whole, everyone's watching us get escorted. Like as we're going by, people are stopping in line. They're like, "Hey, can I get a photo?" Or like, "Oh, are you skipping the line?" And I'm like, it was so brutal. And this one guy's like, "Everyone says I look like you." There's like all that happening. And then we finally get to the end.
Yeah.
And the line is still here. Like we can still see the people in the line. They open the door for us, and the guy goes, "These guys can all get in." And the guy goes, "How many do you have with you?" And he like asks it to me, and I make a joke, and I turn around and go 1 to 400, like counting everyone in the line, thinking everyone's gonna love that. No laughter. Everyone just deadpans back at me,
Crickets.
and I'm like, "Just kidding. All right, let's go in. Just
kidding, three.
Let's get in here."
Just kidding. Just these guys, not you guys.
It
Sorry.
reminds me of when the souls are in the mixing bowl in Hercules, and then one gets pulled out, and then the other souls
Yeah,
climb on, and they're like, "Why him? Why not me?"
it's unfair.
Or a sperm and a balls.
I think about it every day of
You
my life.
want to talk about what's not fair? First off, we're the same.
Oh.
We're corrupted by money. Because
me and you?
I did what you did.
Yeah, but I'm generous. You just do it for the feel.
I went to
heard
the
about
front
this.
of the beer line, and I was like, "Hey, I'll buy what you want to get if you get me 2 beers." And he's like, "All right." And so I did that.
Okay.
I didn't do an arbitrary amount and slap it on the table, which is what you did, but same idea.
It felt right.
The other thing I did is I went to Streamer Awards, and in the Streamer Awards after party, I met Liam.
Liam. What's he like?
He's very nice. He's very sweet. He has a childlike joy.
What is that? He's a pussy.
He has childlike wonder, but also aura and grit.
He's got whimsy, but also danger.
I heard
written all
he's
over him.
really shy and not talkative.
He fucks like no one.
You fucked Liam? Did you top Liam? Oh my God.
On him. So I met him at the party, and we're chatting, we're shooting the shit, and then I mentioned that I'm going to Genesis, and he's like, "Oh shit, I've never been to a Smash tournament," you know. And I'm like, "Oh shit, well dude, if you want to come through, let me know." And he's like, "All right." And so then next day I hit him up, and I thought he kind of like knew a bit about Melee because he follows some Melee people, but I don't know how in the scene he was. Turns out he didn't know anything about Melee.
Really?
There was a point he turned over to me, and I was like, "Oh yeah, he's going FD because it's just harder for Yoshi there or whatever." And then he's like, "Yeah, what's FD?"
Oh wow.
And I was like, "Oh, he's baby new."
Yeah.
And so I message initially Aiden. I'm like, "Hey, any tickets?" And he's like, tough." I'm like, "That's fair." So I messaged Bobek, who runs the event. I said, "Bobek, any tickets?" He's like, "How many you need, baby?" And I'm like, like 5.
He gets away with it.
Like 5 would be nice, because it's me, Connor, Atwal, a couple other people, and he's like, "All right." And then I show up to the venue, and he's like, "Message me when you're here." I'm like, "Okay." Then I show up a bit late because the drive from San Francisco, and it gets me in, and then I see 5 seats in the very front row,
Literally closest to stage.
Yes.
all with reserved tags on them for me and 4 other people.
You know what fucking pisses me? It doesn't piss me off because I like Bobek. But when I talked to Bobek for the first time at the event, he's like, "Oh, by the way, you should let Ludwig know whenever he wants to roll through, he's got a seat." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'll tell him." And I didn't.
You didn't, and I got my seat though.
I made a walk of shame at 5 a.m. from the venue to my hotel, and because my hotel was separate from the convention center, so I had to walk outside, and I crossed Bobek, and he goes, "Yo, is Ludwig coming?" And I go,
He was obsessed with
"I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know." And he's like, well, I'll let him know if he comes, he's got a seat. And I say, do I have a seat? And he goes, of course you have a seat. And I'm like, my G. And so I don't even know if I messaged you.
You didn't. Neither of you told me.
Yeah. I just wanted to know what I get out of this.
And so
fuck yourself.
I got my 5 seats. Now the story doesn't end. Because when I got there was a guy in one of the seats. And Liam was a bit late. So I was like, oh, no problem. And then this guy comes up to me, like one of the security agents. He's like, hey, so you're going to have that seat. I was like, okay, yeah, cool. And he's like, but that guy came at 8 a.m. and camped out for that chair.
Whoa.
And we had a miscommunication because we were supposed to reserve it. And so we're just going to kick him out, but we want him to sit here until he shows up. And so I fucking ripped out Hank, beautiful Hank. I ripped Hank out of his chair. I didn't do it.
Dude, no way.
But Hank got his
We
chair
are not the
ripped
same.
away from
How
him.
would you? How dare you say
that
we're
is
the same?
evil.
How dare you say we're the same? What were you thinking?
You are a twisted fucker.
And then Liam sits in the chair, and then Liam doesn't know shit about me.
He's like, what's FD?
yeah.
I can't enjoy this because my brain doesn't have the information.
He's like, why don't everyone play Roy? He got fire on his
Fire
sword.
sword, better
And
than
then
Marv.
he's like, wait, ain't Mario the best? Because he's quick. Doesn't he move faster backwards in this game? Is that what a wave dash is? And Hank got his chair ripped away.
Why would you say we're the same?
Dude, you know what's fucked
That's
up about
egregious.
this? You know what's fucked up about this is Bobak very kindly asked us like who from the company was coming like months ago. And this is why you, Etoile, and Connor had seats already. We had 3 seats for you months ago that we talked about. And Bobak messaged me and he was like, please figure this out with Ludwig now so that we don't have to do anything last minute the weekend of. And I bothered Ludwig about it. I had to ask Ludwig like 3 times to figure out how many tickets he needed. And then so on top of the fact that this is the last minute request, which Bobak specifically asked not to happen, which is why I said I couldn't help you,
Okay.
is the 3 seats that he had for you, Etoile, and Connor were marked reserve in that front row for all of Ultimate Top 8.
Good.
But because you
That's
weren't,
good.
but because you know those 3 empty seats that were in the front row, they were for you.
Wait, could you see him in the like the
You,
font?
So if you look up-
you can see the entire Ultimate Top 8. The 3 best seats in the house are vacant because
Look at the
Ludwig,
picture.
Connor,
Zipper.
and Etoile didn't come until later
Zipper,
that
look,
evening.
look up the picture that's from Genesis' account that says, oh, you think Melee's dead? Check this out. And then the first 5 seats are all empty. And that's because I wasn't there when the picture was taken.
I hate this fucking, like, we all gotta appease Pharaoh Ludwig. Because if we don't appease Pharaoh Ludwig, maybe he'll forget it. Fuck this shit. That's why I don't relay messages. Pussy.
It's not a good reason to not relay, but I do understand why.
You understand how that's
what's funny?
unreasonable.
I didn't expect all
I
this, by
even
the way.
told
I didn't expect all this, by the
Bobak
way.
when I talked to Bobak like 3 months ago about this. I even told Bobak he shouldn't give you front row seats.
I'm saying.
I said put him like in second
But
row.
I was so emotive.
Oh, Pencil Ludwig. I saw that one. Pencil dive.
Dude, yeah, when I popped off,
Yeah, you were like, give me an eye.
I got so much air.
Empty seats. Empty seats right in
Those
front.
seats
It literally
for the
makes
entire-
it feel empty in
For
there.
the entire 4-hour Ultimate Top 8, those seats were open.
That's fine.
Yeah, fans of the game would want to.
I don't care.
Dude, their game is so dog shit.
No.
Their game is so.
They had a good
Can we
top
just be
8.
candid
No,
for once?
shit, no.
Can we be candid on the fucking podcast for once when we bare our souls and our feelings?
If we say the game's dog shit, then Mr. R is gonna be like the melee players are being mean, and then it's gonna be a fucking
05,
argument.
fuck 'em. That's
Hey,
what I
you
feel.
know what?
And
Start
Ultimate's
a podcast,
fine.
Mr. R, and then talk about how much melee sucks.
Rob has the laser, so Sonic couldn't
They
camp.
had a
And he has
no-
the Eagles.
Sonic couldn't camp because
They
he had
had
the
a good top
projectile goes
8.
across the whole
Dude, I look over
stage,
Aiden in the middle of Ultimate Grand Finals. I'm like, this game feels really slow, and Sonic's the fastest guy. And Aiden's like, yeah.
Okay, unironically, I did. Someone was like, light versus.
Oh damn! He's on his phone.
Always.
Always with the phone.
Always with it.
Someone was, I don't know, like Light and Spargo are fighting right now in top 8. I'm like, oh, that's actually hype. So there is hype. Sometimes I like
There is
watching
hype.
Ultimate.
Also,
but
I
like,
mean, like,
fucking hey,
It's
bro.
just matchup dependent.
Two things. One, by the way,
What?
they made it up to Hank. I just needed to clarify that.
How'd they make it up to him?
Bobek.
Did they say, "Oh, Ludwig will sign something for you"?
Bobek-
Pharaoh Ludwig is here, Hank. Don't you like that he'll sign something?
Hank. Hey, he comes in with an IV. Hey, Hank, look who's here to see you. Ludwig comes in wearing a Spider-Man costume.
Now I know it's cold because you only have your
It was
hospital
me.
gown on right
It
now.
was all of top 8, and it was a suck and fuck fest for as long as he wanted.
Yeah,
Yeah, all
and
the top
Liam too.
And Liam in there.
That's how you got in
and
there.
Liam, and he would just watch.
That's a dream. Liam in the cuck chair?
Liam in the cuck chair makes a lot of sense.
And
Yeah, I was in the cuck chair, dude.
the other thing is Ultimate had more views.
Views?
Viewers.
That's fine. I don't care. But what I'm telling you,
also-
why
it was earlier in the
why
night.
are you saying to me that we're the same? How fucking dare you? Was that some
Yeah, Ultimate had more viewers because all the fucking iPad babies still had the stream on, dude.
real?
Yeah, dude.
This is how you put your 2-year-old to sleep.
Yeah, dude. Fucking, they're like, oh, cool,
Ultimate,
nice
it's
slow.
good.
What about-
Guys, Zombo won. He hasn't won.
What about
big
when the
major
French
It's
before.
actually
player-
okay. It's
Zombo
actually,
won first time
it's actually
Savior.
cool. It's actually
It was
cool. You're right.
cool.
And Rob won.
With the Euros.
I think we're the same because you have been corrupted and you have realized that your money can get you access where your time used to be able to get you things.
Ludwig.
And you've and so maybe you think we're so different, but you're on the same
No,
slide. I'm just
mine
further
comes
down.
from a place
I'm
of
just
shame
further
and
down.
guilt. Yours comes from a place of I deserve this because I worked for it.
I don't deserve it. I just figure if you don't mind if I pay for your food, I'll get 2 beer.
That's fine.
It's
I don't
more
think I
of-
deserve
It's more
to
of
be.
every single day, and I'm not kidding. Every single day for years, I have thought about people who have to like dig holes for like a little bit of money to eat food. And I think about me.
He watched the movie Holes.
It's a great fucking
Dude,
movie.
they have to do 10 holes a day.
I can't stop thinking about how the kid and his shoes are on the telephone
And, like,
wire.
why
He
is
stole-
X-ray so mean?
He's stealing shoes, and,
the-
then
and
he
the
has to dig
holes-
holes forever.
And the holes have to be as deep as your shovel, even if you're shorter than the shovel.
Yeah, I know.
It's crazy. And I think about that
All
every
of
single
eternity.
day. So that's why I am the way I am, is out of this sense of like shame, which I think is
Right.
healthy. But I don't think you have that, much like Aiden
But you're
doesn't have
not
shame.
shameful enough to not do it still.
Dude, I'm giving much more than I'm getting back. I paid $40 for a Diet Pepsi. And to me, I'm saying, you know what?
But you're still above the
I'm
man
cheating
who
the
sits
system.
in the line.
I'm cheating the system, but someone's getting lucky from it, and that's okay.
Yeah, but everyone else is getting a bit screwed.
Everyone's always, but what I'm saying, I can't give everyone $40.
We're
I
the
can't do it.
same. We're the same.
You're just
You
trying
won't
to-
sit in the line.
You're just trying to fuck me up.
No, they only get a bit screwed if you get in line too. If you don't, there's no time lost.
There's definitely time loss if you order an additional thing. Just inherently.
Like,
It's
At a
I'm
concession stand?
just saying everybody else stands in line.
I think
everybody does it.
you're just trying to justify your hedonistic lifestyle.
I'm not
and it's
justifying
disgusting.
shit.
Because,
Everyone knows
in
it.
this very
I'm a
studious
devil
space-
and you're coming to
Did you
me.
feel?
I'm a
heathen-
daemon.
Did you feel heathenistic when you got your beer?
Did I feel hedonistic when
Do
I
you
got
feel
my...
like someone should have fed you grapes,
No,
Caesar?
no, because I'm already so deep that I don't feel anymore.
In this very facility, there is a bunch of shit from the old garage from when we all used to live together, and it's a mountain of shit,
Dude, and
it's a mountain. And I just
Burger
look
Yan, that
at
piece
it.
of shit.
I just sit sometimes and I stare at all these
call
things.
it, don't call him Burger just because you're mad at him. Dude.
It is 'cause
Either
I'm
call him
angry.
Burger all the time, or
Sorry, Yan, I don't call him
Yeah,
Burger Yan.
if you say it like that, it's a slur.
Yan,
almost.
the piece of shit that he is, Yan, gave everybody permission to look through my pile
Yeah.
for some reason.
Yeah.
And
Did
so
you?
then, no, we specifically said we're not going to go through the pile till after Streamer Awards because Kitty has to go through the pile too. And then Yan's like, yeah, look through the pile. And so then Cam just sends me like a pic of like my personal goals list. I'm like, what are you doing here?
That's funny.
What are we doing?
You're the only one upset by this, so go fuck yourself.
It's my thing.
I don't care.
In my warehouse.
You don't care about them.
I do.
No, you don't. You physically can't. It's like that speech you gave way back
Come
about,
to my
I
hole.
can't care about all
You're
of
in
you
my
because
hole.
I can't. Because I can't. There's 10,000 of you. It's the same shit with all your possessions.
You're coming to my hole.
I'm in your hole. But the thing is, I was in your hole since day one.
No.
your boy's been in your hole.
Actually, not since day one. Since like day two.
For a while,
Because I
you-
didn't fucks with
for
the
a
Hack
while
Money
you were
musical.
outside my hole putting a rope in it, and now you've jumped all the way in my hole.
This boy's goal is to be in your boy hole, and he's been in your boy hole since
Yeah, he's been
Since
there.
he was a boy
since
hole.
he was a boy old.
You were in my boy hole when it was my boy hole, and you weren't a boy.
I'm just so proud of what you did just now. It just made so much damn sense.
So anyway, we're the same.
I just
Oh,
don't think that's true.
and also, I heard that Soonsay said his favorite movie was Interstellar.
Yeah, I would like to announce that he said that.
Yeah.
Wait, dude, you know what's fucked up? You're actually a bad friend to Soonsay.
Me?
No.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
The only thing he said about Soonsay at the table with all of us was that.
Yeah.
And so all I left was
couldn't
this
do it.
impression that Soonsay is like, he's got bland taste.
I heard what you said right after.
I bet.
And it made me laugh really hard.
Yeah, we were playing. It was me, Josh, and Suze playing Enshrouded for like a couple hours. And I haven't talked to Suze a lot, and we were just talking to each other. He's like, "What's your favorite movie?" He's like trying to like ask some questions.
Trying to
Like,
gap.
we started talking about movies. I was like, "Yes," and then I was like, "What's yours?" And he's like, Interstellar.
Yeah.
And then apparently what you said back was, it's like, you know what I like? I like, like big boobs.
I said that?
Apparently, yeah.
Fuck, I'm funny.
And soon as I told me, he's like, dude, I felt so owned. He's like, I had to switch my movie. I felt so owned.
He did switch his
I'm like him, man.
Oh, man.
You hit a Falco combo while you're listening to Cornfield Chase. That's like popping Molly.
That's one of my favorite. I still say this quote from Ludwig way back when you were doing the Mario jump rope minigame in the old stream. And you were playing Interstellar music, and you were like giving this speech about how it's your time. And sometimes I'll still say it's your time in the same cadence that you do because it's burned into my head.
What
Because
is
I like you,
What
man.
is Romulus and Penis from?
I was so okay. Zipper, can you pull up the tweet?
did you tweet
Ludwig's Twitter.
It's like 3 a.m. I'm walking back to the hotel with Josh. I'm pulling up Twitter, and I just see Ludwig has tweeted Romulus and Penis.
which you said so long
Yeah,
ago.
with no context. And so I haven't talked to Ludwig all weekend. I sent him a picture. The only times I talked to him, it was at Guild House. I sent him a picture because there was Ludwig on the windscreen for Smash 4 or Smash Ultimate. And I said, I miss you. And then he called me asking for seats. And I said, go fuck yourself, talk to Nick. But then I called him after seeing this raw. And I said, why did you tweet that? And he just says, I don't know.
I don't know why I tweeted it. I was drunk all day.
And I'm like, why? Well, you remember that I said that and you thought it was stupid, but now you're tweeting it. You're like, yeah, I don't know. I just felt like, I guess I just tweeted it.
It was time.
It was time. And then he said, I'm Bedge. And then I said, okay,
Bedge.
good night.
I'm Bedge.
Good night.
So I went to Stream Rewards. I got drunk. I woke up. I did a shoot in San Francisco. I can't leak it, but I also got drunk. Then I went to Genesis, and then I drank more, and I was still drunk. And then I tweeted out at some point, because I was live tweeting some of Genesis, Romulus and Remus, and it was a picture of Zane and Moki.
Two moist boys.
Two brothers, and one killed the other.
Yeah.
And it was Zane beating Moki. And then I looked at that tweet later in the night, and I was like, Romulus and Penis. And that was it. And then I just
Which
tweeted
one's
it.
penis?
Well, Romulus would stay Romulus.
Okay.
So Remus would become Penis.
Well, I'm saying between Zane and
Moki's penis.
Moki's penis, yeah, because Romulus wins and builds Rome.
Romulus, because and then he throws a spear.
Imagine
and-
it was called Penis instead of Rome.
Oh,
Would you want to actually go check it
he
out?
Didn't name
yeah.
He didn't name it after Remus.
Yeah, he named it Rome after Romulus.
Do you
That's
think,
his name.
Yeah.
But so if it was Romulus and Penis,
do
he
you
would
think
have named it
You
Penis.
still would have stayed at the
Wait,
Airbnb and watched
Remus
Squid
won?
Game.
It'd have to be No.
Wait, did he name it after his...
Romulus won. He named it after himself.
That's what I'm saying.
But it's Romulus and Remus, and Romulus won.
I'm saying that.
But it wouldn't be called Penis.
No,
No,
he's
I'm
saying,
saying-
what if it was?
Oh, so if it was
I
Penis
said,
and Remus?
Ludwig, I said dream with me.
If
No, it was
Penis-
Romulus and Penis.
If Penis actually
No,
won
but
and
if
the
it was
city was
Romulus
Penis,
and
and we
Remus-
all went to Penis, Italy
Oh.
2 years ago,
It would have to be-
would he have
He
stayed
would've
in the
called- he
hotel
would've
and watched
called it
Squid Game the whole
Reem.
time?
It would have to be called Penis and Remus.
Oh my God, how are you not getting this?
You're
Am I
not getting
crazy? It's Romulus and Remus.
Yes.
If Remus beat him in the battle, it would have been called Remus Italy or whatever, right?
This is okay. So you're jumping to not only is his name Penis, but also Penis wins.
Yes.
Yes.
So I was just
Yes.
going by the lore of what happens.
You're supposed to
if
put this
Remus-
together instantly because you're a human being with
It's just
context.
easier to
If
switch it to
Remus
Penis
had
and
won,
Remus.
would it have just been called
He's
Reem?
basically like, what if Manhattan was called a butthole town?
He's like saying,
And you're
what-
saying,
no,
well,
no,
that couldn't have
no,
happened.
no.
That couldn't have
He's saying-
happened.
he's
How
saying-
would it be called the Butthole Town?
But Romulus still killed
He's like
Butthole.
saying it's called the Butthole Town, and also the British won the Revolutionary War. Which is like
We have infinite potential
the
in our
second
minds.
thing is so much bigger.
Do you not understand that we have talked about way weirder stuff but this you're kind of just unbroken.
There's
Like,
no way. Wait, what if the British were coming, but it was out of their penises? Like it was sperm. You know what I mean?
the British are coming and they're done.
And they're done.
So much cum.
man.
One of them shaking.
Now,
that was
that's
crazy.
a podcast topic. How was the Streamer Awards? Did you have fun? What was the craziest shit that happened to you?
Some crazy shit.
The craziest shit, I won't leak, but the craziest shit, I won an award for best event.
Okay.
And which was a surprise to me. I did not want to win
What was the event?
You don't want to win.
dodgeball. I didn't want to win because whenever I win an award show at Cutie's award show, people,
People
like,
get all mad.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
okay.
it's just easier for me to not win. And I also don't, I got medal
You got
in the
dubs.
cabinet.
You
What
have
you
enough
want?
at bats.
I'm good. I'm cool with losing. So I expected to lose. I didn't nominate myself for that. I didn't vote for myself for that. I didn't tell anyone to vote for myself. Still won, which is cool. Thanks for voting. And then what I expect to have happen, I had some streamers dog me about it in the DMs.
In the DMs?
In the
about
DMs,
it?
they're dogging me. And one streamer goes, "Bro, your event was the worst of the 4."
Did Will Neff say that?
I won't say who.
It was Will Neff, huh?
It was not Will Neff.
I
It might
bet
have
I'm
been Will Neff.
close. I bet I'm close.
But I was all sad.
You were sad that they were dogging you?
Yeah, because I was like, what the fuck did I do?
What were
do
the
you want
other
from me?
nominated events?
It was fucking Kai Cenat's 7 Days in Jail stream, OTK, Wild Wild West, Connor Dog voice actors, charity auction stream.
Wow. And Dodgeball came out on top.
And I came.
It's all, you know what I realized is like it's all slop to me, man.
Why?
Because I was at Genesis all weekend and I was like, oh, Streamer Wars, that's cool. And it's like, that's I was like, I was happy for Cutie for the event popping off. And I was happy for you for existing and remembering that I exist when you texted me back and said, I miss you. But other than that, I was just like, oh, it's just slop. It's just slop.
Do you think that cleared up what you were thinking?
I don't.
No, because
I
I'll
feel-
waver in and out.
Mm.
Sometimes I'm like, it's not slop. Don't say that. And then sometimes I'm like,
Kinda
it's
spit
slop.
on it.
And now I'm in a slop rotation. It's like a waning gibbous.
Is Maximilian Dude's career slop?
No, anything the FGC does is legit.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's just
It's cool, especially because I like it.
I like it, so it's cool.
Okay.
Wow.
Right.
Does this make sense now to you?
It feels a little self-indulgent, but yeah.
What isn't self-indulgent
What,
in this
if, what
planet?
happens if I look at you?
Charity?
If I look at you right now and I tell you, what if I
Char-
say the Creamer Awards?
How does it make you feel, white boy?
Creamer Awards. Creamer
Creamer.
Awards. Creamer.
Yeah, and it's a competition, and Prezo wins.
And Prezo
Dude.
wins. He says, LMAO, I creamed on it.
So there was a lot of
Did you see his picture he posted? It's a picture of him interviewing Valkyrie next to an old tweet of his that says, "Should I kill Valkyrie?"
That's good. That's good shit.
The only person to ever make those two things happen.
there's a lot of gays at the Streamer Award
Okay.
hosting.
What? And
And?
I feel like
You're saying that
I have
like
no problem with
it's-
this. I'm just mentioning it. Is
It
that
feels-
wrong?
Is it also a bad noun to use?
You kind of said
Gays?
like the
There's a
follow
lot
up
of
would be there's a lot of
gays in
gays and
Streamer
also
Awards.
people.
Can I follow up? There's a lot of
Said it with
gays
a lot
hosting
of
the Streamer
edge.
Awards. One of them bothered me. Is it
Yeah,
still a problem?
let's run a
Is it
thought
still a
because
experiment.
they were gay.
No. He was just gay and he bothered me. His name's Prezo.
Can you say it in the reverse
It's
order?
Prezo.
Can you say that's the same thing? Just flip the order.
There's a guy who bothered me, and he's gay. You might know him as Prezo.
Wait,
See,
let
that
me-
sounds worse.
Let me do a thought experiment. There's this fucking gay outside that won't go away.
That doesn't sound like a thought experiment.
Yeah.
No, but
Dude, thought experiment.
That's
slur.
no, how? But how is that? You use it as a noun. I use it as a noun. It
That
doesn't,
was worse.
Right? It doesn't sound good.
Well, because
Well,
because
yeah,
the
well, let me
difference.
try to-
Let me
is
try
worse.
There's a fucking guy outside that just won't fucking stop bothering me.
and he's also gay.
Can I try?
Yeah.
Okay. This guy outside just won't stop bothering me. Gay! Gay!
That sounds unrelated.
What is that?
This is a Bill Burr bit.
Is that bad? Oh, is it?
It's a Bill Burr bit about how people use adjectives. White
it's a
people
triple B?
specifically use them wrong.
Adjectives or nouns?
Adjectives. We use adjectives
Why are you talking like that?
because it's how Bill Burr talks.
Adjective.
not-
We use
that-
adjectives.
That was
wrong.
your Bill Burr.
And he
Instantly
said,
noticed something was
white
wrong.
people use the adjective before the noun, and that's the problem.
Gay Prezo.
Yeah, like I saw this gay dude versus I saw this dude. He was gay.
Okay. But if we cut the bullshit and just say I saw this gay.
Is Bill Burr not a fan of adjectives?
He thinks adjectives are gay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that
Wait.
itself is one. So how does he reconcile that?
He actually self-implodes in the
Yeah.
video.
Oh, yeah, I can
And that
imagine.
was the last I
What
heard
did
of him.
Prezoh do?
Mechanical calculator
Prezoh
divides
was
0.
doing post-award interviews that were supposed to air on Cutie's Patreon for Wine About It.
Mm-hmm.
And because he's part of the Wine About It team, he does the socials. And he was just the worst interviewer to ever do it.
He couldn't do it like OG, huh?
He
I'm
couldn't-
putting it myself.
He couldn't do it
Chat.
at all. But I go down, I win my award. This is him interviewing Valkyrie.
What the fuck is that fit?
He's got that shit on.
I don't think he has that shit
He
on.
got that shit on.
He looks like a King of the Hill character.
It looks like they did like a episode of The Baby Office, and he's Jim.
To me, he looked like, dude, my grandpa was so hot back in the day. So I go down, and at 12s before me, he's getting interviewed. He won Best Fighting Game Streamer. And I just hear the conversation. He's like, so, Smash Bros. That's all he says.
Dude.
And at 12's like, yes, it is a game.
I do not know.
I play it. It's
What's
good.
yours saying?
And then he's like, that's cool. A 12, everyone. And then that's like the interview. And then I go up and I'm like, what's up, Prezoh? And he's like, you won an award. And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, whoa. And there's a crowd of people behind him who are like all different makeup artists who are working in that area. And they're just done now. So they're sitting and they're just like laughing under their breath. Like, what the fuck? And I look at them and I was like, has every interview been this bad? And I expect like, yeah, it's been horrible. And instead I get this. Which is so much worse.
That's
Yeah.
worse. Yeah, this being the middle
It's
is
bad,
really
and they're
bad.
afraid to tell you.
Yeah, it's like it's been so, and I'm like, fuck. So I don't know, if you're on the Wine About It Patreon, please let us know. Was it actually as bad as I think it is?
Prezoh, babes, as a professional interviewer, hit me up. I'll give you tips. And you can give me some tips on how to dress or something.
About editing.
I don't know.
On how to get that shit on.
I'm trying to get that shit on. Actually, I'll go to Phil for that. Sorry. But I'll help you, Prezoh.
Oh, this is. Oh no, I'm not wearing it anymore.
I was going to
Otherwise-
say something to you,
What
but
were
I
you-
forgot.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay, they
Dude,
can't.
it sounds like a laugh.
Stop it. They can't hear, but you're.
They can hear.
They can hear.
Oh, good. You
Oh, they can
got
hear. And
that?
I'll tell you what notes it hits.
Oh,
No, dude.
Bergamot?
don't suck it in.
Bergamot? This is Ethiopia
Yeah.
blend.
That's a Colombian.
Yeah, this is a pour over.
It's a
Yeah,
Colombian.
you
It's
have to.
coastal.
You have to swirl it in your mouth.
Let's go. It's got sock.
Oh, this is disgusting.
What a stellar return to form the yard has done.
We're
in this,
so
in
bad.
This
this
is what
moment.
this is what happens when we're all EP.
I'm not eepy, bro. I'm alive.
Yeah, we got home. We just instant napped. It saved me. I was rough.
You guys
I
are
was,
EP as heck.
I was EP as hell.
Yeah.
I ate a Chick-fil-A
Fucked
breakfast
up.
for the first time.
Ew.
Yeah.
No, it actually kind of goes hard. It makes you feel
What is it?
awful.
Is
It's
it just a Chick-fil-A sandwich?
chicken and a biscuit
Oh, that
and then
sounds
hash
great.
browns. So
Dude,
it was fire.
That
but
sounds
it,
electric.
But literally, I could feel it like taking over my body like venom. It was awful. I was just
Yeah.
like, oh god.
The grease has to course through him.
Me and Mike were in the elevator go up to the room, and it's like this packed elevator. And because I am a Smash guy, I can tell when people notice who I am, but are choosing not to say anything or whatever for whatever
The
reason.
aura.
The aura.
The evil aura, yeah.
And there's like 10 people in this elevator, and it's me and Mike. And I noticed that all these people are like, oh, it's slime, right? And so I'm like, I look at the certificate on the elevator wall where it's like the inspection, and I look at it, and I'm like, oh my God, the inspection was done last year. It expired. And then Mike instantly picks up. He's like, oh no. And we get off on our floor, and it opens, and it's only us two leave. And Mike's just like, y'all be easy. And just nodding his head. It was so funny. That's why I think the best use of fame or any sort of micro niche fame or whatever you want to call it is like the Bill Murray strat, where you just like kind of act in a way like that someone would tell a story of that will just like travel, you know?
Yeah.
Not that that's kooky or crazy or anything, but Bill Murray would do this thing reportedly where he would do something weird and then be like, no one will ever believe you, and like walk away. And that's cool. I think that's the best use of the meme
Dude,
of
kind of on the
being
topic of like the shame and using our notoriety to like get stuff. I all weekend on this trip, I was not at any point besides having a VIP badge, like trying to leverage who I am to like get something. But what kept happening to me is I kept meeting fans who either were going to Genesis or like happened to be in the area but weren't at Genesis. We went to a climbing gym and there was like people who worked there who watched the yard and stuff. And this kept happening. This happened like 5 different times where someone said, dude, I got you. They kept saying the phrase, I got you. And I'm like, dope. I'm getting hooked up somewhere. They're going to the climbing gym. And the guy was like, you're Nick from the yard. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, dude, I got you. And I'm like, sweet. I don't know. I'm like, cool. So I'm assuming, he's going to like waive my member or whatever. And he goes, all right, that'll be like $40. It's like the full day rate for the climbing gym. I'm like, it's weird. I don't know what he's got. Like I brought my own shoes, no rentals. So he didn't get me at all.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's weird. I show up to the after party and I'm waiting in the line to get in. I could probably skip the line if I wanted to, but I'm like, I see friends in line. I'll just wait. And the guy who works behind the bar comes out. He's like, dude, I'm like, yeah. And he's like, dude, come to the bar and you get inside. I got you. He's like, you want to skip the line? I'm like, no. He's like, all right, well, come to the bar. I got you. So I go to the bar and I bring soonsay and I bring Nat and I'm like, what do you guys want? He's got me. And they're like, I want 2 fucking this, 2 fucking. I order like 5 things. He full charges me.
He doesn't get
Oh,
it.
really?
Maybe it's
But he full charges me.
Maybe it's a
that
big
guy-
ass meme. I'm glad.
That guy copped 2 drinks for me.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that guy was great.
So maybe I went over his limit.
He did get me.
I think that you thought that you would get mad love in San Jose.
No, I didn't. I was just
nobody
told.
knows
He thought he
you
would
in
get
I was
mad
just
love.
told I was getting love.
Nobody knows you
But all he
there.
got was straight dogs.
I assume.
You
No
pay
love.
$10 for
I
a street dog and you get no
By the
mad
way,
Nobody
they
love.
knows
cost
me.
$5.
I just don't want people to keep telling me I got you. Just say,
mean,
No,
hey,
I think this is actually good.
say, hey, I don't fuck with you.
I think this is good. If this becomes a constant thing where you were constantly told that you will be got and then you don't get got, that's funny.
They
to
charge
me.
you a little more even.
Oh, retail.
No, that would be funny. If he doubled the price and said like got you, like I'd be like beast, you got me. But it was just I'm like, why are they saying it? Why are they all saying it?
Well,
But it was, and also
they don't
it was funny.
respect you, bro.
The
They don't
order was
respect
very funny because it was like 2 fucking things with alcohol, another 2 things with alcohol, and a Coke. It was like really obvious what Trink is mine. So he knew he could have waived the Coke
He said,
easily.
"Nope."
It's like $4.
Full price.
Chose not to. So I got fucking destroyed all weekend. That's really the last of that kind of segment.
Do you
Did
think?
everyone got Crocs?
Do you think we'll?
Anyone who wanted them?
Do you think we'll go to Genesis forever?
No.
Dude, I went into
Together?
this weekend thinking
As
no,
long as it
and I left
exists.
this weekend thinking yes.
Really?
I think as long
Yeah.
as it exists.
Yeah.
But I mean, you might skip a year here and there.
No,
Like
never.
Yingo this year.
Yeah, he went.
I mean, he went, but he
but
had
he
to
still
skip most
went.
of it.
But I think when you have a wedding in the middle of Genesis and you go, that's more important than like
Yeah, Josh didn't
that's
go.
dedication.
Josh didn't go because of Kaylin's wedding. And that's like the real deal.
I think you going to the top 8's a big deal.
I don't
Dude, I
think it's a
didn't go
big
top
deal. I think that's some fucking young pharaoh. Oh, please bow down, Debin.
I had a shoot that was planned for nighttime, and I swapped to daytime just to watch Melee. And I also planned the shoot in the Bay just so I could go to Genesis.
You know who's the real culprit of all this shit? Of all my problems
What?
with you? Cutie Cinderella.
Because she planned the Streamer Awards
She planned the Streamer Awards.
before Genesis was announced, I think.
Well, whose fault is that?
Neither?
Cutie Cinderella's fault.
What?
QB.
I always knew she
Cinderella.
didn't stand by Melee.
It was a tough weekend because there's also NBA All-Star Weekend.
Oh, if we were playing football together, I would be calling myself QB Cinderella.
Yo.
So often. Can you guys get that out?
It was NBA All-Star Weekend. I watched the whole thing to see Kai Cenat score. He didn't score 1 point.
Oh, wait, was he on the team?
He was playing.
Blood thought he was on the team.
He was the only streamer playing in the NBA All-Star Celebrity Game.
Is that why Shannon Sharpe's
And he
making
didn't
fun of him?
score
He didn't score.
in the celebrity game.
Well, so he didn't get a lot of minutes. He didn't get a lot of minutes.
I think fucking Burger Yan scores in the celebrity game.
I will
Dude, Burger
say
Yin posts up.
and he's a statue.
his team did not fuck with him.
Oh,
They didn't pass the
Who's
ball?
on Kai's
Zipper, can you
team?
pull up Kai Cenat
what was he in the paint?
Celebrity Game? Dude, he's wide open in the paint.
He's going, guys.
Literally exactly what you're doing, and then they don't pass to him, and he goes, "Dang it, dang!" He does a dang nabbit, throws his arm down.
You better pass.
I
it
mean,
to
I
me
can't say
soon.
shit because I cannot play any sports at all, but it's a funny image in my
They
mind.
didn't give him the ball once.
Who else was on this thing?
Wait, this is lit. Okay, ice in his veins.
It was a
Okay.
bunch of NFL
Wait,
players.
this is-
Slaps the beat. Yup.
I need that guy at my Melee tournaments.
Dude, this is, by the
That's
way,
T-Jazz.
This is T-Jazz was there. He's
That's
a
unfair.
YouTuber. He was the highest
Dude,
scorer.
he's so much better than
Who the
everyone,
fuck
right?
is T-Jazz?
He's like, you know, the professor
Oh yeah.
He's the new generation's professor.
Oh.
He was the top scorer. There's also Puka, the NFL wide receiver. And-
Flash.
So there's like actually athletes.
Yeah. There's a lot of athletic people here, and they were like, we're getting Michael Parsons was playing, and he got the most minutes. Anyway, this is
Oh, it's presented by Ruffles.
yeah. They had a Ruffle 4-point line.
Ruffles.
No
And
way.
ribbed for her
So
pleasure.
the whole fucking thing was a sponsor for Ruffles, and the floor is made of LEDs. And they had a Ruffle 4-point line that was like, and they could like do shit like this where they make it real colorful.
well,
And
that's a stage.
at one point, they did this thing where they would make the 3-point line move and it would wiggle.
That's beast.
It was not Beast.
That
It was,
sounds fun. It's
it
like Mario
sounded
Party.
like a cringe sponsor activation a streamer would have to do. I took through this whole thing. It was a tough watch.
Stephen A. and Shannon Sharpe.
They were the captains.
Oh,
for the
that's
team.
so
50 Cent?
funny.
Okay, as cool
Yep.
as the technology is, it is so hard to watch.
It's so
like, I
saturated.
can't see anything.
Dude, is
Yes.
Stephen A. Smith on the sidelines in like the coach jacket, just screaming and
Yeah,
shit?
actually, yeah.
That's
Dude, they look like they're in a video game.
I
look
know.
on paper. This sounds awesome.
I mean, it wasn't bad per se. Just I feel like if you remove the sponsorship thing, it would have been just better to watch.
It does say Ruffles NBA All Star Celebrity Game.
Yeah,
Title sponsor. We call that in the business, guys, a title sponsor.
because that was crunch time slime.
Oh, it's crunch time.
It was
like
crunch
the
time.
crunch of a Ruffles
That-
chip.
exactly.
I'd have
right.
so many funny things to say at a Ruffles basketball game.
Yeah.
It would never stop.
Dude, I think you and me would be some good commentators for
the Ruffles basketball game.
Ruffles All-Star
Ruffles
game.
To the
All-Star
makers
game.
of the Ruffles basketball game, please, first of all, fill the Kool-Aid to the top. Second of all, can you invite me and Slime to cast your event, please?
We will do it no charge.
Did you see the Streamer Awards drama?
Ooh, what is
Which
it?
one?
What-
Fill me up, Ludwig, with your drama.
there is
Fill me up with your
to the
hot-
brim
Ludwig,
with your
we
hot.
didn't go. We didn't go, so you
With
have to
your
tell us what the
cream
drama is. I
award
would like to know
drama,
the drama.
dude.
I want
Ludwig!
What did it be?
Ludwig!
I want it all.
Tell me!
So at the Creamer Awards, there was a award for best Minecraft streamer.
Okay.
Oh, shit. They still
And
play that game?
Nikki, presented the award.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And she goes up and she says, Minecraft is so poggers. I'm paraphrasing. And this year, we have a major award for you, something like that.
Okay.
And you guys can
the
rest
joke.
assured all the nominees this year are good people.
Yeah.
And basically takes a little jab at Dream.
Right.
Minor award.
Oh, she did the correction?
Yeah,
Yes.
like a
Oh,
fake.
so that was
It was an
verbatim.
intentional. Yeah.
Intentional. Whoops. Minor. Oh, major.
Oh.
And then that was that. And then announced the nominees and Quack Kitty wins. Yeah.
It's also, I think it's also funny. It makes sense, but it's funny to like have her do that joke, not say Dream, and then Dream instantly goes like, "Hey,
Yeah.
right.
Who's that about?
hey, don't talk about." Well, maybe it's
Maybe it's not me though. You know what? You shouldn't make fun of people.
It is a self-report to,
Yeah.
complain about this joke. However, there is someone who went on Twitter and complained about this joke. Then that person was small ant. Because the nominees this year are Foolish, Quackity, Tina, and Selbit. And last year is Foolish, Quackity, Tina, and Small Ant.
Okay.
And so he was like, this year. And then he tweeted out, he's like, nominees from last year, it's all the same. Nominees from this year, it's all the same. And he's like, this year, and he's like, are you
he's
talking
the
about?
only outlier.
Yeah. And it was obviously a thing about Dream.
But he was like, it's actually maybe about me. What the? Are we? What are we doing? What are we doing, man? You take this conversation and you show it to Slime. It's a couple years ago, and you're like, and it's like, what are you talking about? Why are you doing this?
Are you okay?
What do you...
Who cares what Small Ant fucking thinks?
I liked
Who
it.
fucking cares?
I liked it when
Am
he
I
did
losing
the,
my mind?
when he did the sharpeners.
I mean, look,
And
Slime,
he
I
took
think
the-
you just...
and he sharpened the pencil.
Slime goes up right after he takes his papers, hits him on the desk. I think that Small Ant is a pedophile.
Uproarious applause.
Everyone roars. He goes like, thank you. Steps off and gets carried off stage.
Does Cody Schwab winning matter?
To me?
No.
What do you
So you're
mean?
saying nothing matters?
It does
No,
matter.
I'm asking you if it matters. What do you think? I'm not saying that. I think a lot of things matter, but you're the one who's saying it don't. It's all slop. And I'm asking if Cody winning matters.
Yeah.
Does
Because I think Melee's fucking hard to
Cody
play.
apologized to me for winning. I don't talk to him a lot.
That's
He
crazy.
apologized to me for winning because he beat a moist mogul. And he was like, sorry, you didn't get to
I get this a lot
have
too.
your winner. And I literally looked back at him. I'm like, I don't work there.
Yeah, I get this a lot too. Like, oh, that's your boy Moki up there, like a moist Jersey boy. And I'm like, hey, listen,
I hate to break it to you.
I hate to break it to you. I don't do anything. I don't
that
know
ain't
what
your
I-
boy Moki?
Oh, he is. But they're saying
Whether or not
in,
he's in the jersey.
that way.
yeah.
I was like, don't get me wrong, Cody. I was cheering for anyone but you. But what you think I'm upset about is not true.
All right, follow up.
Dog fucks up the
I
dinosaur.
think it's
Melee's
harder
hard. Melee's hard.
to win Genesis than it is to be the Minecraft streamer of the year.
No, wait.
This is a
Okay,
good
is it
question for
harder?
Devin.
Is it harder to win Genesis,
Thought experiment.
or is it harder to win Streamer of the Year?
Statistically, or like in terms of
You know what? There's a lot more
effort.
streamers
If
than
somebody
there are Melee
started
players.
right now after listening to this, who would achieve it first?
Streamer of the year. Because you can't win Melee without playing for like 10 years.
I think streamer of the year. I think that like someone would be able if all these people were trying, right? You have to assume that in this like scenario, everyone starts trying.
Yeah.
I think like for streamer of the year, someone could learn to understand like public opinion, algorithms, how to catch on trends, how to collaborate in the right ways, and like one person could emerge from that and make that happen in 1 year.
I
But
think
for like Genesis,
Not in 1 year.
maybe not in a year, but
in a year,
in a
of,
shorter amount of
one
time,
of
it would
these
take you to win
years,
Genesis.
someone can do that.
How long do you think it would take for the
Because
streamer?
so many people would fail.
What's your estimate for the streamer, then the estimate for Genesis?
Minimum
Streamer of the year, I bet you could do it in
3 years.
3 years. Yeah,
Because
And
you
then
gotta let
2.5, 3
everyone else,
years.
you gotta let the old heads get
And then
theirs.
for Melee, I feel like the bare minimum is like 5.
Yeah, I thought 5 too.
Yeah.
What was Zane's?
Zane
was 5.
Zane won Shine after playing for 4.5 years,
4.5.
And it's harder now.
and it's harder than it's ever been.
Is it harder than it's ever been?
Yes.
They look like some
Absolutely.
dog ass out there.
That's what you think?
I thought everyone except for Amsa and Zane, when they started playing their set, looked like
The only
dog
player
This is
I thought
secretly
looked
right.
terrible was Wizzy.
The 3-0s were vivacious.
Hey, one player in that scenario is playing really well.
I guess maybe becoming streamer of the year requires more luck though. And so you could argue it's harder because of that.
I do think if you dedicated your life to either, there's a higher chance you get Genesis.
Yeah, because it's based on the merits of like the skill involved. Whereas like streaming, you could put all your time and effort into becoming streamer of the year, but you could just like not make it still.
You could. That's a good point. You need a broader set of skills to become a streamer of the year than Genesis, because you need to like. You could be one of the best streamers ever on paper, but like have terrible fucking vibes and no one fucks with you and you're broke with no emotion.
You also could like lose 1 year and then you never get there again.
I don't know how data accurate this is, but my vibe feeling is there's more variance year to year of who the popping streamers are than variance at top 8 of Melee. Like top 8 at Genesis every year is like a similar group of people most of the time. Whereas the who's the big streamer this year seems to fluctuate a lot every year.
So you think it's easier to break through in the streamer?
I just think there's more likelihood of someone new winning it. That's where I'm coming from when I'm like, I think that someone could emerge in one of these years if everyone was trying for the same thing.
That's what I think is harder, is because you could be top 8 at Genesis 10 years in a row,
this will be.
but you probably can't be a top 8 streamer for 10 years in a row.
We'll put this to the test.
But the only people who
this
could
to
do
the
that.
test.
Let me switch to Melee
We're
right
gonna-
now.
Anthony, we're gonna get Melee on it. We're gonna get Anthony on Melee full time.
No, I want to do the streamer
No,
one.
he does the
Okay,
streamer
so
thing.
he's a
I do the Melee
streamer?
thing.
Yeah.
Because I did the
You
streamer
quit
thing.
streaming?
We know my streamer set.
You
yeah.
play Melee 12 hours a day for the next 5 years. Your company's collapse.
Yeah.
You're actually the perfect subject because we could only use you
Yeah.
and we could just do he did this in this much time.
I could easily become streamer of the
I
year.
would start my Melee. I would count my
Do you
Melee.
believe that?
Oh yeah, 100%. Yes,
What would you do?
I would do whatever anyone else does, but better.
Okay.
Right.
Let's go over that.
No,
Okay.
no, for real. I would just see what everyone else did, and I would do it, but better
But
because
some shit you wouldn't do.
That's not true.
You would do Baldur's Gate
if-
3, but better.
You would do it, but funnier.
Why would you wouldn't do it all?
and better.
Do you think that you are just better than everyone?
I think
outside
I'm
of
funnier
comedy?
than everyone, and I think
Funnier.
I'm able to. I think I have. The years on me are able to identify strengths and weaknesses, and if I wanted to, I fucking could. And I know I sound pathetic.
Okay, that's good. That's good. You know that.
Oh yeah.
I think you cannot capture.
And I know my haters will love hearing
Okay.
this.
You can't capture an audience.
You don't think so?
Not the size of an audience you need for streamer of the year, because I think you're not a young man.
That's okay. That is the one nerf.
You're too old.
I'm too old, and I think that's actually fair.
know.
Maybe I can't.
I think you're too out of touch.
I
How
think
old's
Northern
Jinxie?
Lion
He's
can
like
do it.
Jinxie's like fucking
Northern Lion
38,
cannot
right?
do it.
You don't think Northern Lion could do it?
I don't think he could.
Zipper says no from
said no.
downtown.
No, I don't think he could do it. Streamer of the year?
It's a young person's
too old.
game.
Germa?
Legacy.
He did win Legacy. He could maybe win. Maybe.
Well, age is not a factor.
Here's the thing.
I guess it's not age. It's the ability to tap into the youth.
To
And
connect
German
with the
taps
youth.
into the gay youth. The youth that's gay.
You know what I think I'm realizing as I'm muscling through this conversation is that when I come back from things like Genesis and it's like real human beings and I'm like touching the earth and the grass and I'm playing a game that I love and I'm like, and it's all the things I like have loved now for like 10 years or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And then it's like returning to the slop world. It just seems so far away and plastic and weird compared to the reality, the fun reality of something like Melee or something. You know what I mean? And that's like, that's my default state is this jaded slop hater,
Does streaming not,
which I don't think is right.
like
or
going
wrong.
to the streamer awards, it's fun because we get to hang out with a bunch of people that we like and like
Some
talk
of
to
them.
them and a good portion of them at least and spend time with them in the same way that you just did at Genesis. Does that not take away from this idea of it being slop filled?
Yeah, the people that I like, I think, are such a small handful there. And it's not like I hate people. It's like there are people I enjoy seeing, but like the idea of what the Streamer Awards is versus the idea of what like something like Genesis is just so much
I had
more
a
important.
similar
to me.
feeling to you.
on the other side.
When I was at Genesis, I was like walking around, and I think I like randomly had this thought of like, I was like, damn, Chillin' Dude was just playing Melee in 2002. And I was just like, that's crazy. And he still is like part of the Melee community. And I was like thinking about PP and like all these different players who've like been around for a super long time. And I thought about my life and I was like, what am I doing? I'm like, well, I'm playing less and less Melee. I don't really go to events anymore. A lot of people who I meet here are like, are you going anything else this year? And I'm usually like, no, I'll see you next Genesis. And I was thinking about it and I had a moment where I was like, I could do this shit.
Right?
I was like, I could do this shit forever.
I thought about that too.
I could go to the venue. I could play Melee till 5 a.m. and I could do that till I'm 40. And that could be my, I have a podcast that supports.
It just feels
supports
right.
me. and my
Yeah,
fa-
of course.
But of course
privilege.
I have that like huge privilege, right? But I'm like, I want this shit forever. Main shout out Drake. Whereas if I was at the Streamer Awards, as cool of an opportunity as to be there, and it's like cool, like the amount of people I've gotten to meet through all this stuff. I'm not thinking the same thing about that. I'm not being like, I want that shit forever. It's just like cool. This is like cool. This is happening. I'm excited to see everyone,
Yeah.
and then it's fleeting and it's over. But Genesis, when it leaves, I'm like, man,
There's like a hole in your heart.
I miss that.
Yeah.
That's the best.
And it
I-
feels really good.
I was kind of
Y'all dogging Streamer Awards.
No,
No, reason.
no. It doesn't have to do with the
No.
event.
It's a complete comparison.
This has nothing
Doesn't
to
have to
do
do with
with
the event.
the event.
This is about the idea of what our lives have become specifically to us.
in contrast to what one doesn't offer, which isn't necessary to make the
I think
point.
that this is the exact opposite for all the people there. Like I think that they are like living their dream, and that's
and
great.
it's the only reason it's being compared is because they're on the same weekend.
I think
so. It was like a decision, right?
Yeah, I think I really wanted to be at the Streamer
I
Awards.
wanna do the interviews,
because of
bro.
how much fun I've had the past couple of years going and being with people. In the same way that Genesis is this opportunity for, there's a lot of people in our lives that we've met through Smash that come to this event because it's the biggest event of the year and it's your opportunity to connect with these people that you otherwise wouldn't in the rest of your life because there's not enough. You cannot allot the time to like meet and connect with all these people, but we get to all come to this one place. And Streamer Awards is special for the same reason, for streaming. And I want to be there for that reason because we've met and made so many friends in that group as well. And and it's so much fun just talking and catching up with people and being around everybody. In the same way when we go out to like, maybe there'll be like an offline TV party and a lot of people go. But I think Melee, it's like Genesis is I feel like that Genesis is kind of all that's left for that now. I feel like it used to be Evo, and then maybe for people on the East Coast, it's like kind of SmashCon. But I think I've had this feeling this year of I have so many people in my life, and I've known these people for so long now, and people have changed so much. It's actually crazy to see like people get older and like move on to like a lot of people are parents now, and like this one event a year is what we'll probably have together for, you know, maybe I'll only see Reno once a year at that event for the next decade though. And I hope I do. And I really, that made me really, really happy this weekend because I was thinking a lot about that.
I don't think I feel too dissimilarly about meeting streamers who I like communicate with, like Sea-Dog.
Right. It's your chance to fucking big hang, right?
You're a little bit more ingrained. I think that makes sense for you.
Yeah. I think you're thinking about streamer awards like the person who bought a ticket or got invited for the first time.
Wait, what do you mean?
Oh, like
you
the
talk
type
about it
of
like
person.
the dream. Like a dream of going there or whatever.
Like the normal person, not a streamer.
Oh, I was talking about like streamers. I think like a lot of them, like I think streaming and what they get to do for a living and the people they meet is much more closer to like their melee of like, this is my community.
Yeah.
This is my rock community of people that like, without that, I don't know what I'd be doing. I don't feel that connection to YouTube and streaming, but I do to melee.
It's kind of nice. Especially because Streamer Awards is it's hit the 3rd year now. So it's becoming a staple event, right? I think as soon as when you have the first one or the second one, I think there's this idea that it's like not as embedded culturally
it's
yet.
It's the only dope creator.
And it might go away. But Cutie's built this thing that will be here for the foreseeable future that all of these people will get to have the same like memories and experiences about that like we have about Genesis.
And next year she'll have Third Strike, which is really hype.
And I heard Streamer Awards is adding Third Strike next year.
Congrats to Leffen.
It's gonna make Sunday so long though.
My job, I think, as a human, if I want to grow, is to when I come back from that element to this one, which is my normal life, is to not look at slop as I call it pejoratively. Like the people who make slop, as I call it, are still human beings. And I have to like calibrate that quicker than I normally do. Because it usually takes me like talking to a human being and being like, oh, right. God, I forget. It's not slop machine. It's just a person. Right.
Doug.
And that's what I'm trying to do. But I came right back from Genesis and I'm like, who cares, Smallland? Who cares? And that's, you know.
He wasn't there.
That's crazy.
All right. Thank you all for watching The Yard. We'll be back actually, we're not doing a primo ever again.
The previous
Unless
the
you're
podcast is actually
subscribed.
Premium's
Then maybe
canceled.
we'll find out.
Subscribe, baby.
Dude,
Maybe we're live.
Back it up.
Okay, bye,
Back
man.
it up. Bye.
So, the judge wants to ask a question. I speak to myself in the third person. Can we hang out after this? You guys sound pretty cool.
I'll defer that one over
Objection?
to my attorney.
I object. I'd rather kill myself.
Overruled by me.
Fraternizing?
So
Overruled.
You observe.
Fraternizing with the
You've been overruled.
evidence?
Okay, what about
Can
his
we all
objection?
chill later? Because this guy sounds pretty cool.
Quid pro quo. We're doing a thing.
I think the judge is cool too.
Yeah, no, he's dope. But maybe like we give him a try. You should come next week.
Okay, I'll remember this for your case.